I shall read from the Holy Book of Sky's Chult Journal, entry 5, starting at like line 1, I guess. What an exciting day yesterday was. I must admit, my hand trembles a little bit just thinking about some parts of it. We all awoke in the morning and eventually gathered for breakfast. I learned from some of the locals in the Thundering Lizard that, quote, birdfolk inhabit a monastery that hangs on the side of a plateau many miles up the Olong River past the Laughing Gorge. The birdfolk are holding the last royal heir of Chult as their prisoner, end quote.
Bastards.
It's beginning to sound like one could spend a week in Port Nyanzaru and hear 100 rumors of amazing things hidden away in the jungles of Chult, but I've made a note of it anyway. Collectively, we arrived at the conclusion that Azaka would make the best guide for us, primarily because she would waive her fee if we would aid her in her task to recover a wooden mask stolen by Terrafolk at Firefinger. Wait, is it Terrafolk or Petrafolk? Have I mistyped it, or is it actually Terrafolk?
Wait, how did you type it?
P, like pterodactyl, or was it Petra? Have I just?
It's spelled. It's spelled like PTERA.
Yeah, okay, Terrafolk. Okay, it is. Yeah, I was
right.
It's like when people talk about them colloquially, they just say like they would even spell them like Terrafolk, like you might imagine. That's gonna have a click.
Sure. By wooden mask stolen by Terrafolk at Firefinger. Since Firefinger is broadly nearby to Kirsabal and on the way to where we would guess the monastery to be, it made sense to choose Osaka. We spent the morning preparing for our trip. Zeno purchased supplies. I went to inform Lady Sylvain, and Richard and Alcamenos visited a temple here in Nyanzaru at Richard's request. There, an offer was made to them to divine the location of the Soulmonger and bless the fortunes of the party, but this would all mean remaining one more day in Nyanzaru. Meanwhile, Zeno was discovering that canoes are on the pricey side. Knowing all this, we decided to stay one day longer and spend the time investigating whether a deal could be struck with trade prince Akina Afa, who apparently controls the supply of canoes, to get one on the cheap. Without thinking too closely about it, I agreed that Alcamenos... It's Alcamenos, right? I'm saying it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna commit to trying to say it right.
What did you say before?
Alcamenos.
Alcamenos.
Like Alcamenos. I agreed that Alcamenos should go, accompanied by Richard, to negotiate on the canoe. This is a decision I would later come to have mixed feelings about. Meanwhile, Zeno and I spent a wonderful afternoon exploring Nyanzaru, during which I learned all about the city and himself. Zeno is from the Neverwinter Woods, but was driven out when everyone he knew and loved was tragically wiped out in a cataclysmic invasion of demons. He has wandered ever since and maintains an understandable dislike of all things demonic. Poor Zeno, such a calm and friendly fellow, who would have ever guessed what horrors scarred his past? When we all reunited in the Thundering Lizard, Alcamenos explained to us how he had agreed to fight 4 velociraptors in an arena in exchange for a canoe.
A good trade.
I expressed some alarm at this and accompanied Alcamenos back to trade Prince Akineafa so that we could ask her what a velociraptor was. In the end, what was agreed, rather hesitatingly by myself, is that Alcamenos would instead fight a selection of undead, but the rest of us would be allowed to join in. Yes, at this point, I was rather convinced that I was a dead tabaxi walking, and I fear my demeanor may have slipped somewhat in panic. The fight itself is all a bit of a haze, but I do remember it being very exciting, and somehow we were victorious with barely a scratch on us. My companions really can handle themselves, I must say.
Barely a scratch.
Once I had calmed down a bit, we returned to the Thundering Lizard and celebrated merrily. Afterwards, we all went for a stroll together down to the harbour to watch Alcamenos go for an evening swim, which was very pleasant. While he was in the water, I gave Alcamenos' rag a bit of a scrubbing and rinsing because I don't think he's figured that out yet. This morning, we left the Thundering Lizard in high spirits and went to the temple with Azaka to receive our blessing. The Altar Master, Zatembe, seemed in poor spirits for some reason, but his information was good and his blessing had power. He told us far to the south and surrounded by cliffs. The whole place is full of snakes, and in the middle of it all, a black obelisk. According to Zatembe, the Soulmonger is somewhere in the city. That all sounds rather terrifying, but so did the arena fight, so maybe it won't be so bad after all in the end. Either way, there are sure to be many other adventures between now and then. So here we are, setting off into the wilderness of Chult, guided by Azaka. Who knows what we might find?
Excellent.
Who knows?
And you all have successfully leveled up and everything like that's all done, right?
Oh yeah.
Everyone remember to do that, right, Jacko?
I am a barbarian. Don't you worry, friend.
Oh,
You just-
on my I never
just-
clicked. I was on Chult 20. I'm not on the campaign.
Okay. And you decided on your invocation, right, Potrak?
Yeah, I'm going with the deck magic.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Nice.
have infinite attack.
Ian's gonna
magic.
fucking come to hate that.
Nah, I'll just be like, it doesn't work.
You don't see.
Like,
Well, you gotta remember,
like a
it is,
certain
it is blocked very easily
Yeah.
by very few materials.
Much like your attacks.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Okay.
Okay.
Jacko, you actually need to level up, or is it fine?
No, it's fine. Leveled up.
I've learned that I can carry a whole load of shit.
Good work. That's what he learned. Okay. So it was
like the entire canoe and everything.
just after you had headed back from the Temple of Savas, basically. I looked at it, it's about 10 a.m. at this time. You were all basically packed up and ready to go. So, you'll just you head out onto the city and onto the,
It was
land
onto the
beyond?
river.
We're-
right?
we're coming from the temple, right?
okay, I can remember if you'd ended right before that or not. Okay,
Nah,
but
because
yeah, you're
we
coming
ended
from the
right
temple?
after we got the blessing because we were at advantage and
Okay.
ended.
Okay, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so yeah.
And Azaka came with us to the temple because we
She
got
did,
her.
she did, but I think she took all the stuff with but
Yeah,
she didn't
yeah, we
have,
all.
like-
So basically,
doesn't
we're
have
just
to
ready to go now. So I think.
Do you have the canoe with you then? Have you like carried that to temple?
No, let's go pick up the
No,
canoe. Good.
yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get
So
to the
yeah.
water and stare at our wrist and be like,
Okay, great. So yeah, you go back to a bazaar. It's very simple. You shoot a writ with the signature, and this kind of thing isn't unheard of. So they,
Sure.
no problems, no questions asked. Hand over the canoe, and yeah, you all.
Out of interest, like how much scrutiny do they give to the piece of paper to like confirm its authenticity? Does it possibly look like I could maybe forge something and it might slip by
It's
them?
hard to tell. Like, I mean, they look at it for like maybe 3 seconds. Like,
Okay.
they're not like
Sure,
they're not
okay,
using
so-
magnifying glass. They're looking at it. They're not like
They
are
do give it a
checking
good look. It's
They're
not like
checking
sometimes
it.
someone
Yeah,
would just
yeah,
take like a dodgy tenor and just like not.
Yeah. They are checking it. They're not just taking your
Sure.
word. That it's,
Okay,
like,
okay.
that's
Oh, we
not
can't
just-
just get infinite canoes for this.
That's what I had a side business. I was
It's
saying.
also that you guys are quite recognizable. How many canoes?
Well, we just have to go to a different canoe seller, you know?
Tabaxi or not two. Tabaxi or not two.
And someone says I got scammed by a tabaxi, and everyone says, "Yeah, you and everyone else." You see,
yeah, this is true. This is true. Okay.
40 gold
Yeah.
canoes.
And
50 gold actually.
you
No, I
all
mean
go-
I'm gonna sell the mine for.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, we are on our way out. I think.
Okay, I'm gonna move you then over to your
Oh.
map of Chult.
Oh,
Where do we head? Sorry, from Nyanzaru to get to the river? Like which?
From
parts
the
of it leads
river,
to
you would head. One sec, let me put.
Like where do we leave the city from, basically? And where do
by the
we...
way, are we doing anything about purchasing the stupid thing from the stupid people?
Oh, the
No,
charter.
no, no,
You
we
decided
decided
not to,
to-
I think.
We decided
too-
against it.
the Charter of Exploration? Yeah, it's too far.
You decided you were.
We decided we don't have anything worth that much money anyway. so
Yeah,
we-
exactly.
You would head out of the eastern.
Hey, they can take our canoe and our weapon.
You would
Yeah,
head
but
out
yeah.
of the Tweaky anchorage. You'd head out.
Over my
Hey,
dead body.
Possibly.
They're gonna
Trying to
But like,
our barbarians.
where's the-
tried-
okay, canoes might be valuable in Nyanzaru, but of all the things you could confiscate, why would you take something like 2 people they need to carry if you're like in the middle of the
Only
jungle?
thing you have that's worth anything.
Like,
Our commander's trident. You know?
Okay. So you guys are heading out at this gate. You Azak would tell you it's simply the fastest way to get to River to
sorry, what's getting again?
the eastern one.
Okay,
basically.
cool. Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
east.
gonna move you onto this. Yeah, it's east. And that'll give you guys a good long bit of loading time.
Well, can you? Is it
That
possible you
wasn't
can tell me? Well, loads. What's that like weird outside the walls docks area of Nyanzaru that we just walked past there?
Warehouses.
Yeah, but like, there's
Like
like
the dock spot outside it.
yeah, there's like docks outside the walls on the east end, the bottom end.
It's
of the
like
map.
a variety of like either like some like fishing boats and the like. There'll probably be some that like also trade, but for some reason that like
Sure.
like the harbor fees, you would need to pay like a fee, right, to be protected by the gate.
Right.
If you're merchant,
Yeah,
that
because
would
like
cost money.
because to get to these docks, it looks like you can just like literally just
Pretty
sail up
much,
to them,
yeah,
whereas
yeah,
the other
yeah.
ones are protected by the chain
Exactly.
and the walls and
There's
everything.
like a harbor master in charge of goods and supplies. Also,
Sure.
if you're doing smuggling, this would probably be it. Obviously, you wouldn't really be allowed to trade here, but people.
So do
might
they like
that.
do they like check goods coming in the gate that we just left?
Like goods, like If you had like a lot of like goods, probably, but it's not.
Mhm.
People don't really like bring goods in it. Like merchants and stuff when they all like most like 90% of stuff from sale is from like the ships really, because like in terms of like food and stuff, yeah, that would be coming in here, but they're not so strict about that kind of stuff. So it depends what you were like taking in, but most time no. Like there's a couple guards, and if they didn't recognize you, they might ask what your business is. But most people like it's pretty far from everywhere, right? So most people either come in through the main harbor or they're locals, and if they're locals, they're not going to be on a big much future. Okay,
Sure.
Interesting.
right on this map.
So
it's
unless we have
loading.
a giant like T-Rex shaped tarp.
So you guys see this thing named Party, right? You guys see this thing? That's like says Party. Yeah, you think I put that on your layer.
Yeah, I see the
Yeah,
party.
Okay,
Cool.
so that's going to represent you. So I'm going to quickly explain how the traveling works, just because
Cool.
it seems to because like you'll figure it out anyway if I try to keep it secret. It doesn't make any sense. So basically,
Who wrote up
every-
the things, by the way?
What?
The like resources, like the bug spray and stuff like that.
Yeah, who's got that
Yeah,
sheet?
yeah,
That's
I
the
have
question.
that.
You have it all written down. Okay.
Well, I have it down on my sheet.
Okay, but you have everyone's.
Well, I would have. Oh no, I would have probably like moved them.
Dude, I mean, you can technically have them all in yours and to take away one to every
Well-
party member, but it's as long as it's is done correctly, I don't mind.
Just
I don't
carry
care.
them for us.
I don't
Okay,
care. As long as you
okay.
remember to take all 4 each day, Tom, I'm completely chill with it.
The
Oh
pet
yeah.
wheel.
How many uses does that shit have? You said.
20 per flask, I think. Was
Yeah.
it?
Per vial has 20 uses, each use it 24 hours. I think you bought 2 vials each?
Yeah, about 10. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah. A couple spare, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if Osaka needed a lot. So you got 10.
Yeah. So basically, the way it seems to work. Oh, I mean.
okay, somebody's gonna put 200 on the item like thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
and
makes
take
sense,
off
right?
4 each. Take off 4 each day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, every
So we
hex
start-
person. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we apply them now.
It's
We apply
just
them.
we apply them now, so we just
Okay.
take 4 net off now. Okay.
Yeah, as you like apply them, you maybe like offer Zark or she sees them. I don't know if any of you like mention it, but if it comes up, she mentions.
Yeah, I would
that
offer it,
she's like, oh, thank you, but I have my own. And she she puts on her own.
What about the
Uh,
water catcher things? Do we set
I
them
mean,
up for camps,
You
right?
s- Yeah, lunchtime, camps, anytime you have, and I'll just
Sure.
say, as long as it's like doesn't go 7 days without veining, I'm not gonna like worry about it, and I'm gonna
Okay.
like roll for weather and stuff. Okay,
Cool.
So basically, on this map, every hex represents 10 miles. On like
That
what's
is
that?
so much more. That is so much more.
Yeah, it's fucking
Usable
huge,
than
this map. Yeah,
like
it's huge.
fucking gagas. I hate
A
them.
lot.
If you're traveling on
Strong.
foot at like I mean the map's huge, it's crazy. If you're traveling at like a normal pace on foot, you can travel at a speed of 1 hex a day through like the coast, the jungle, mountain, swamp, like almost all the terrain.
Except,
You can
I'm assuming there's something that's
yeah,
not.
I think so,
just-
but it doesn't actually say that. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
you can travel 2 hexes a day if you're traveling by a canoe or on a river or lake, and the rate down upstream is basically the same because in this world apparently all the rivers are really sluggish to make it easier, I guess. If you're going through swamp though, canoes also only go at 1 hex a day. You can choose as a party to move at like a faster pace, try like really get a move on, and in that case you have a 50% chance at move an additional 1 hex regardless of it, but then you'll take like a penalty to your more likely to get out. You can also or you can choose to move slowly, and there's a 50% chance there you move 1 fewer hex, which means if you're walking,
So
you'll
don't
just
move.
if you're walking you won't move. If you're going to canoe, you'll go at 1 hex instead of 2, but there's only a 50% chance of that. But then you'll get like more caution. But obviously, then you're being cautious, so you're probably not going to be surprised by enemies, and you might better sneak around them. Yeah, and the way it works is every day you choose someone as a navigator. Doesn't have to be your guide, and every day you will make a wisdom check to see or survival check to see if you're going to get lost. And depending on where you are, the DC for that will change.
Can we help the navigation? Or is it literally just one person?
No, it will be one person makes a check. You choose who should be the navigator.
I choose the guy. I want to blame the NPC.
Okay. So
I think
yeah,
it's pretty
that's
good,
how it
man.
works.
It's pretty hard to get lost on a lake, though.
Like, why do we bring this person if we're not going to?
It's hard to get lost on a lake, but not impossible. Apparently, there are a lot of tributaries. It
Well,
says
it
that
depends
specifically.
how big the lake.
Oh, okay.
It says specifically a
Depends.
lot of tributaries. Okay.
So, what? Trees?
Tributaries. Those are bits off the river that like come off the main river and lead down like sideways and stuff.
Oh,
Actually, the bits that come into the.
nice.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, the canoe you can basically just go in like I mean, obviously it's up to you as a party. Like, do you wish to like immediately use a canoe or like wait till you kind of get off the coast and then use on the river? Like it's like basically like a rowboat. Like you could just straight up go on it immediately.
Yeah, I don't see really
Why
why
not? Like,
Yeah, that's why we got it.
faster and
The whole point is we
don't
got
need
it
to carry
faster.
Okay, so you basically like
we
head.
get faster to cool shit.
So you just maybe walk out at the port for like an hour. You know, you find like a good bit where like it seems like there's less rocks and everything, and you get off in the canoe. And I will start to put on the jungle.
Man, that's a big canoe for 5 people.
Yeah,
It's a £100 canoe, you know.
like that's why it's like so big and quite expensive, right? It's not like just a little 2-man canoe.
Workers.
I think it technically
It's like
could
it's like a
hold-
rowboat, really.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, it's
remember how
like
many
a guy, like a big kayak. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sweet in rowboat.
I thought the difference in a kayak and a canoe is a kayak's for one person and a canoe's for more than one person.
Well, I thought third-person
be.
canoe and all I'm getting is kayak. So.
I don't know.
It's like a really long one that you just like sit in a line, is it? I guess. Yeah, that's what I imagine.
That's what I know.
Like a long canoe.
Okay. Yeah, you guys start heading off. So are you guys gonna like talk it over, or you just like basically tell Azaka? You just like let her basically tell you which way to go.
She can tell us where to go.
Okay. Cool. I will
She's
do
the
it.
navigator.
She's the guide. That's.
Yeah. It's also to about the dangers, so they're not just like straight up location. Okay. Let me do a check for her.
Even though we have a navigator, can I be like a lookout for like dangers, for like prying
yeah.
eyes, for stuff like that?
Yeah. You can be constantly trying to be on the lookout. This is completely fine. Okay.
I'm like alternating between doing my part of the rowing and writing in my journal.
Okay.
I would.
I row and
use-
pay great attention as possible around.
I would do something similar to
I-
Sky,
I-
except for I don't have a journal. Okay, just say it now. Sorry.
No, you go.
It's you say you go and then you keep talking. I don't have a journal, so when I'm not rowing, I'll admire nature and play the flute.
Play the
Just play the
flute.
Yep, I have a flute. I will play it.
What kind of genre do you play?
God.
What genre?
Jazz flutes.
Jazz flute, nice. Are you guys like? I mean, you're obviously like a couple you are rowing. What kind of pace are you trying to set? Like, are you trying to go like quite, to normal, like starting out, or are you going quite like slowly, but you're a bit cautious because it's your first day on the river, or like, let's get out of here. It should be safe. We're just leaving the port. I guess this is like I don't know who's actually
I'd say-
rowing. Like, I'm assuming you'll take turns. So really,
Well, I'm
it's like,
definitely
okay.
rowing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
still like throughout the
I-
whole day. You'll probably take turns.
I would kind of assume rowing roll as well. I'd say for warming up, we go normal pace. No first day of the journey.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense to me.
Okay, great. Okay.
Getting used to the canoe.
In the morning, there
Can
is
you just
some,
tow us?
What?
How
Me?
fast do you have? What's your
I'll
swim
come in.
speed like?
what's its strength like?
Yeah, what's the strength?
My swim speed is not as the same as my normal speed. But like, dragging is.
Honestly, that's actually faster than what a canoe normally goes, right? If it seems to be as fast
Well,
as speed, then it would be the same as walking.
Well, yeah.
Like if someone else is rowing, and I don't know, maybe not.
If you're all rowing and you have someone doing it, I mean, like, if you're going that way, technically you could be like, well, if I get more
Yeah.
paddles, can we not go double our speed? No, that's the speed the canoe goes.
Technically, guys, I could. If everyone is feeling lazy, I could literally just drag everyone along on the canoe.
Would be significantly slower if you're
No,
trying to-
no. By the rules, no, because I can carry. I can pull 960 pounds.
Yeah, but there's a
You
difference.
can
between-
pull
there's
it.
a difference between the
I'm not going to say
maximum-
you can pull it at your running
Yeah.
speed.
There's a difference between the maximum weight you can move and the maximum weight you can continuously
Exactly.
move for a
Right.
traveling
Like,
day.
It's
I
fucking
can
Olympian.
I can pull a couple hundred kilos. I can't run with a couple hundred kilos. Like that.
You can move up to your movement for what you can pull and push and carry and shit.
Yeah, but
Mm.
you can't do that continuously. It feels like.
I would definitely
certain
use my DM
percentage.
privileges to not let you be able to move for so
Damn
the
it!
whole day carrying 900 pounds. I'm afraid.
Damn it!
Get wrecked.
Fuck!
Feels bad. Who's an asshole DM?
More than asshole. More than asshole. Okay, so you guys heading off. It's slightly rainy to start the day, but it's not too bad. And
I don't hear any sounds.
you don't hear any sounds? I'm playing music.
Yeah, I can hear the sound.
I
Oh,
can
you're
hear birds
jungle.
and
Jungle.
stuff.
Jungle of Cope.
I don't hear any.
Oh, you don't hear that little.
It's scary realistic.
You don't hear that? That's crazy.
I'm reloading.
Okay.
Okay, got it now. I'm good.
and I get to roll a d20. Nice.
But really, like seriously though, what kind of music do you play on the flute? It's important.
Like it would probably just be like
Like bardic songs or
Folk
like popular.
yeah, probably like folk
tunes.
tunes from where I come from. So it would probably be like pretty calm.
What is
No.
that?
It's the Hobbit theme. The Shire.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I'm actually going to say yes.
It was an approximation of that shot thing. I got it.
Very
It would be
approximate.
like really, like I don't know, like long tunes, pretty like calm.
Very Tolkien-esque. I got it.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are going along in the morning. Basically, you've only been going on for maybe a couple of hours now. It's probably about 12 o'clock. You guys, man, so many rules.
Facing 4 velociraptors.
If only.
It's destiny.
We'll just
No, it's nothing.
Oh.
Nothing quite so scary.
Harmless. Oh, okay.
No, you're just you like going along, and basically on the side of riverbanks you'll see a pack of Dimentrodons.
I feel like I've heard
Dimetrodons.
of it before.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a picture. You do really?
They're in WoW.
Wow. Okay, I'll show you guys a picture of what they look like though.
Okay, I'm
In Discord?
Like
or-
You on the
Oh.
no. Discord. You obviously on the lookout, Jacko, so I can say you see it first.
Zeno was as well.
Sorry?
Thomas as well. Yeah.
Oh, he was. Everyone who was
Yeah.
hard on the lookout can see it. Wait, I mean, you should better see it. I mean, there should be a handout for this, but apparently they're not bothering to give it to me. I'm disappointed, but they said there'd be a handout, but there isn't. Everyone can Google what a Dimetrodon is. I'm pretty sure it's an actual saying.
It's like a Stegosaurus, basically.
Time.
It's like an alligator with spines, basically.
Oh, okay. It's one of these.
Yeah, it's got a really big thing in it. And you see, you're like giving it away cramps. It's like, it looks like between like 5 and 10 of them, basically on a riverbank, like just
Chilling.
on the rocks above the water. Yeah, I mean, they
This is
seem
definitely
pretty chill, but then like, as you come closer,
Yeah.
you're like, they kind of like look at you, and they kind of like, they're not like acting, but like, I mean, you guys are still like,
Does that mean there's 10 of them?
no, that was for something else actually.
Hmm.
Actually, all I needed to know, well, everyone knows it was even odd. I didn't mean a publicly roll it, but luckily it doesn't even matter because it literally just roll any dice, and you don't know if even odd was the one that means something happens, which is great. But yeah, you guys are about maybe a couple 100 feet away, and like even if when you go past, they'll be maybe like 50 foot off to the side on the rocks.
Hmm.
Are you just kind of like keep paddling towards them? Do you try to like stop and walk along the bank, or push on to the other side of the river and try to give them a wider berth? Like Azaka is like looking a bit worried, but she's like, when you see them and you kind of point them out, she's like, depending on the mood, they are sometimes a bit aggressive, but hopefully, if they are not hungry, they should have no need to attack us.
Wide berth sounds good to me.
Okay.
I if I'm rowing, I ask Richard to take over real quick. I'll give him the paddle, and I'll stand. I'll stand on the canoe and with my trident, try to be as big as possible and intimidate as possible. Even though I am 5 feet, but like
The trident is bigger than 5 feet, though.
trident is very large.
Nice.
You're like standing down on the boat and you're still not like bigger than Xeno sitting down.
Yeah, just so you get it, these things aren't like crazy big. They're basically like they're a medium-sized creature.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's basically a thing of like not a shoe crocodile. And yeah, so you give them a wide berth, and your big imposing figure seems to scare off any potential attack, and they kind of snap their claws a little bit as you kind of go past them, but they don't follow you into water or anything like that. So it's all fine. And yeah, so
How
you guys.
exciting.
Yeah, you guys go on for a few hours, and then you stop for lunch and everything.
Okay.
It's still you guys. So, in terms of getting food, Tom, you have your thing, right? That means you can like provide for people, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, and that's just straight up you can provide for people, right?
Well, it says if there you can blah blah stuff.
Okay, in this kind of train, that's if there's available stuff. Yeah, I think I read it. Yeah, in this sort of train is fine. You know, as you're in the river, you know, you can even when you're taking break from rowing, you can make like a makeshift net or however you do your weird survival, get food for people, stuff, and when you camp for night, you know, you can also hunt something. So I'm not gonna worry about that unless you get into some weird environments.
Yay.
Okay, and when you guys, you know, you still probably have a break when you have lunch, you know, a quick like hour or something to eat, and you know, do that. You guys obviously can just set up the rain catcher during all of those, and again, unless there's a problem, that will be fine. During like lunch, I mean, you know, you're basically spending the day on the like, you know, we'll be spending a few days on the river if you like, you know, based on your map. Are you chatting? Are you talking about your life? Are you getting to know Zark, or are you just basically like there for the mission?
Well, I'll wait.
I want to ask someone more about where they're from.
Okay.
Done Xeno, so who's it gonna be now? I guess Azaka should count.
Should.
Does she though?
3 is lucky number Richard.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I sit with Richard. Probably I just throughout most of the day as we're rowing, and ask him about himself.
Like straight up, yes, about.
So your celestial thing. Oh no, you know what? I'd ask you about the music. I'd say, like when you finish the first tune, I'd say that was a nice song.
It's a simple tune we play around the campfire from where I come from.
Where is that?
Okay, backstory.
I'm sorry. Like, all I can remember is close to the.
So long.
How do you not know your backstory?
All you can remember, Richard. Did you hit your head?
Yes, stuff like that. Those are like the actual exact location is annoying because it doesn't say much.
Make it up.
Yeah, it's close to the Frozen Sea, very far north, up the northeast from the Sword Coast.
Wow.
Very far north.
And you sit around campfires, do you?
Yes, it gets quite cold up there.
Does it indeed? And why did you leave home?
My patron required me to do so.
Required you to do so? He spoke to you and asked you to leave home?
He or she requires me to find something. What I'm not exactly sure, but it's not. The item is not located where I live. As such, I need to leave.
Where is it located? What is it?
I'm not sure to either of those questions.
So when you claimed instincts, you were following your patron.
Yes.
How will you know it when you find it?
All I can hope for is a sign from my patron that's the item that is in front of me is the one he's looking for.
I see.
If it is Soulmonger, we cannot let you take it.
That he requires me to find it does not mean that he necessarily needs him for himself. And what happens to it's what actually going to happen to the Soulmonger after we find it and bring it back to the lady is an uncertainty in itself.
She'll probably destroy it, I'd imagine, if it's keeping people from being able to, stay alive forever. A lot of people care about that quite deeply.
Yes, either destroy it or disable it, I would presume. Such a powerful artifact, I'm guessing that many wizards and the like would not be against an opportunity to study it. So if they were able to remove the curse without destroying the object, I'm sure they would take it.
Well, that's all up to Lady Sylvain, I suppose.
Yes.
So, why Chult?
Mm, as I said, it's simply through the invitation of Lady Sylvain. I felt like accepting it, so I felt like I would regret not accepting it, and I did not really know that Chult would be our destination to begin with.
Fair enough. So, your patron given you any messages recently? You know, might help us in our endeavors?
I am feeling quite hopeful about the wise guardian of Orlunga. So, if we find time to go there after this venture, it might prove useful.
Worth knowing.
Fruitful.
Richard doesn't have any like symbols or anything on him, right?
Not really. Like he has like a bone necklace, but other than that, he doesn't have anything.
Doesn't have any religious symbols, no.
No, he doesn't have a religious.
I'll like point like nod towards the necklace. I'm like, is that a symbol towards your god?
No, it's simple jewelry that is traditionally made in my village.
A trophy?
One could say yes. It's made from the bones of the wolves that live close.
To frighten your enemy, I see. You should wear a symbol of your god. They bring power.
Whenever I truly find out which one it is, then I surely will.
As when you kind of something this and like, you know, Zarka kind of turns from the front and she's like, "Your feeling about Overlunga, I would say it is indeed an extraordinary place. I have been before in my travels, and it is an experience one should not miss."
Well, put it on the list then.
Yeah, kind of nods. Just, you know, just turns back to a scouting ahead.
I get the list out and move Orlunga up a few places.
Wait, we don't have that many things on the list.
Well, we picked up a lot of rumors, okay?
You have to cross out. You're having to cross out all the ones from Curse of Strahd. It was on the same page. You know? Like, cross. So something didn't go very well. Okay, cool. Yeah. So rest of the day, travels quite eventfully. You see obviously some classic wildlife, but nothing that poses an obvious threat or anything that really sticks out to you. And eventually, you head for nightfall. You have managed to cover 2 hexes. So,
Nice.
Dong. Yeah, you were in. I don't know whether to say you started in that one or in the one below it. Wait. I think I messed up. But like that's
Probably start in the one that's
like that one,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then so yeah, you end up in that one. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And
Right.
yeah, you just
We made it.
right, Jacko. So yeah, you set up camp for the night. Do you guys have tents, anything like that, or just bedrolls, or even bedrolls?
I have nothing.
Okay, excellent.
I have a bedroll.
Okay, cool.
I believe I have.
I do. Yeah.
I don't know. This whole thing was filled out automatically. Yes, I have a bedroll. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, you have a couple you don't make do without, and the others have a bit more luxury.
I am
Yeah,
used to the Hearthstone as a pet.
Do you have a campfire, or did you? Are you basically looking for Azar all this, basically Azarka, to like is she telling you to do that, or would you do anything like this yourself, like set up a campfire, that kind of stuff?
I would not light a campfire without Osaka's.
Yeah, she doesn't make any sort of notion to do it. And remember, like even though it's getting nighttime now, it's still like probably above 20 degrees. Like it's not cold at all. So
sure.
even with the people
Very
like
nice.
bedrolls, you know, you're not exactly needing to be like under blankets or anything. And Zeno does his, you know, survival stuff, and managed to go out some food. Azarka kind of helps you with this, so you know you're not necessarily doing it together, but you're really doing it at the same time.
Okay.
She seems like she's quite a good hunter. She's not like she's incredibly like seems perceptive to the jungle around her. Like, you know, she's very good at like finding the creatures.
Okay.
Union.
Attuned. Okay, and she kind of, once you start going for bed, she's like, I believe it is smart to keep watch. Are you all happy to do this? I can stay up for most of the night if needed, but I also do need some sleep.
Yes, I'm happy to keep watch. I can see in the dark too.
Ah, very useful.
I have the same abilities.
I think.
Yeah,
You kind of found this.
Yeah, me and Jack.
Yes, I
you're
can, yes,
you're
I
a
can.
cat, right? So
I got you, but it's in the dark.
So that was how I
Yeah,
did
we are the big giants who can't see shit, Jacko. Except you're not
Mhm.
big.
She's like, well, that would be very useful. I myself not blessed with that talent. She kind of the three of you are all happy to do it. She kind of said, Alcamenos, would you
Mhm.
also be willing? Or
Indeed.
excellent, we will all sleep quite well then. She kind of said, I will take the first watch if you want to get ready to sleep, and I will wake the next person. Is there any particular order you wish to be in?
It would be probably for the best for me and Sky to be in the darkest hours.
That makes sense.
Yep, I believe so.
Okay, so it can go. Her Darkest Hours will be after her, I think. So her, Sky, Richard, Zeno, Alcamenos, all good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, I'll see if we can remember that
No
at some point.
objections.
Oh,
Okay,
I can
good.
write it down actually. Because that's
Yeah,
going to be the standards.
Yeah, that's when it changes. When the next person dies, you know.
Hey,
Sounds good.
wait a minute.
Dude, it's Keating. And yeah. Oh, and in the afternoon, there's also plenty of rainfall today for you to fill up your water skins for the night and have enough to drink for the day.
Nice.
Mhm.
Always nice.
You have noticed that even after the 2 days, it has started to become significantly more jungly. You can see that tomorrow it will be a more, not necessarily eventful, but possibly harder to find your exact way. You do notice now there are several kind of tributaries coming off the river. It's very much not just one big clear one as it does look on your map at first glance.
So I guess Sky's looking at this weird mix of miserable because his fur is completely sodden and just a soaked cat always looks miserable because that's just too humid for it to even dry. But also he's still looks excited and everything. So it's this kind of
That's a very strange sight, I would say.
it is.
Very strange.
Jesus.
Okay. So you guys all go to sleep and keep watch. Where did you write down, Jacko?
In my notes.
Oh, okay. I thought it'd be okay. Fine. Doesn't need to be part of this.
Oh, you don't have
can
a
tell-
shared thing, right?
You're gonna tell us every time. Yeah, I mean, you could have put in Discord or whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, I can't use Discord otherwise it breaks the stream.
Okay, fine.
We do
Okay,
have a shared Google Docs, but
Whatever. It's all good. So the night passes without any events that would seem to endanger the party or anything too much interest. You obviously are still surrounded by the sound of the jungle around you, and it is quite intense now, especially at night. So even you who sleep, you managed to get some met, but it's quite a long day, and it was quite hot, and you were paddling all day, obviously. But it's it's quite loud, and if you're a sleeper, you definitely might just toss and turn a few times with the noise around you.
I wrap my head in a blanket. I can't.
That's good plan. Yeah, that helps a lot. Increases your passive perception as well. And,
It's gonna wake up in the middle of the night in a fight and just run straight into a tree.
I'm very much in my element. I sleep very
yeah, that's true. You're sleeping significantly better than you have slept in the city. No loud people and stupid chickens walking. But yeah,
exactly.
no chickens here.
Nice sounds, nice forest.
Okay, and eventually, I can't remember who was on the last watch, but morning arrives, and yeah, and it is day again. Today, you notice in the night as well that the rain starts again. It's it's pretty on and off, but it seems almost like a constant drizzle through the night. But it's again, it's not really cold rain, so some of you might want to have a blanket or put a cloak over your body, but it's not you're freezing. And there is quite a lot of canopy, so you can obviously find some places that are more well sheltered and find a more open area for your rain catchers. Obviously, the food at night is obviously a really good time for you to fill up all your flasks and water skins.
Nice.
Yeah, and you should begin travel for next day. After eating, I guess, some of Zeno's food he caught last night. Again, you're just letting Azaka take the.
Oh yeah, I'll
guide?
find a dry spot and painstakingly mark our progress on the version of the map, the big Chult map that Richard is normally carrying.
Just like because I'm like plotting our.
Yeah, like as you like do it as Ark, it's like yes, this is you're making sure you know you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Now very confident where we are.
He's like, oh, we're at the end of the river, almost.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like, you don't really know how far you've gone, right? You don't really know the scale of how fast Canute's going, which he's pretty practiced.
That's true. Okay, yeah. So I'd ask her like how far she thinks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know your dad square pull like moved you there, but you know she really knows that you guys have been on the river for a whole day.
Like I mean, like, I'd like try and estimate, but like if I was struggling, I'd ask her.
Yeah,
how
yeah,
far
sure.
we traveled.
Okay, and yeah, tomorrow you will get ready to do another day canoeing, and she does her check. See if she can find her way again. Okay.
During like a quiet time, or like while we're canoeing, I'll just say, King Dioscurios.
Sorry.
What? I just like to look at him.
King Dioscurios, legendary leader and warrior of the Triton people, and I'm looking for any reaction.
Give me what check am I making in?
Oh God. First of all, this is a natural
History.
thing. Yeah, Jacko, what should it be? Would it be history? Would it be like
Yeah.
would it be like
Makes
Arcana?
sense, history. He's like historical.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wouldn't be Arcana or anything. He's a historical figure, right?
No,
But it's
he's
going to be really hard. Oh, like
Disadvantage.
I'm
Yeah,
not even gonna try.
disadvantage and like a DC for like 80.
I didn't even,
No idea.
No.
I didn't even know who the Tritons were, so this is
Yeah.
so,
Was
like,
he a famous Triton king then?
He led our people when we arrived in this plain, in the time before the Great Sundering.
You arrived in this. Did you come from a different plane? The plane of water, maybe, or?
Indeed.
I had no idea. I write this down.
I'm kind of like, I look at you like shaking my head and say, I've decided I do not believe you, that you have never heard of my people.
I have heard of your people, just not King. Could you spell it?
Dioscurias.
Dioscurias.
I'm looking at the others.
This is how I felt listening to
I'm
my
like
interview
looking
This
at
is-
my
my
eyes
audiobook today.
notes to see
This
how
is
it's
what you
spelled.
above landers call humor, I believe. You are...
Huh?
This is a joke.
You're joshing me.
No, sorry. I have legitimately never heard of King Dioscurios, but I'd love to hear more about him now.
At the end of this mission, I will have made you give up on this, and will make you admit that you have knowledge of the Tritons.
I hope by the end of the mission I will have knowledge of the Tritons because you will have told me all about them.
I just...
Zarku's kind of looking at all you quite bemused, but she doesn't really say anything of this though.
Like this though, I said like holding
Conversation
up
between
my,
friends.
I like hold up my journal with like the name. I spelled it. That's what I write in Roll20 how I spelled
Oh,
it.
I was curious to see how you spelled it.
This go.
It's close. It's close.
Nice,
How
nice.
do you actually spell it though?
Well, okay, the L is actually an R, but close enough.
Oh, Dioscurious. Okay.
That's pretty
That
good.
goes just
You can invite over that with the ink pen, like do a little swirl.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
close.
No, everything's always in pencil. Like it's particularly noted because I like, especially on my maps, I rub things out so often.
Yeah.
Dioscurious. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, and this day again passes without too much problems. It's just again another hard day rowing. You know, you're gonna have to get used to doing a lot of these in the next few days. So yeah, but there's no problems, and you're starting to get into swing of this, and you're continuing to travel with normal pace, or speeding up. Now you're like, ooh, I know how to do this, or slowing down because you're like, we're in jungle
Dude.
now.
I don't think we're in a like the only hurry is the time pressure of the mission overall, right? We don't, but like that
Yeah.
time pressure is never going to vary. That's always going to be the exact same,
True,
unless you dials us and says, "I'm dying," then we might speed up.
Yeah.
But like, I don't see any reason to like move particularly fast on that account, right? Like that's just typical.
Yeah, my arms get tired after like a few hours of rowing in real life. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing
Yeah.
you're swapping it.
So
well.
I mean, we'll swap it up. But I don't think we're in any particular hurry. Like,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
that's fine.
when I'm not on rowing duty, I'll like swim along a bit.
Okay,
Let's
yeah,
go
yeah,
to-
yeah. Enjoy the water.
Yeah, well, I'm mostly looking for predators, obviously.
Oh, okay. Not enjoying the
I
water.
kind of as you have gills, right?
But secretly, I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of eye up the water. Like,
you know there's parasites in there, right?
Wait, do you have gills, Jacko? Or you like? Because I know most amphibians in real life take in water through their skin, not through their gills. Like
Oh.
actually,
That's
like
true, yeah.
fish have gills, but most amphibians take water through skin.
Oh yeah, I was thinking like Waterworld, like you have normal ears, but behind those normal ears you have like gills.
Classic.
But I mean, yeah, if it makes more sense.
Fucking
Skin
Waterworld.
kinda works as
Yeah,
well.
Reference, really?
Okay.
Yeah, but-
Well, I him up anyway and say, you know, there's parasites in there, right?
What are parasites?
Tiny invisible creatures in the water that want to live inside your body.
This is another joke.
No, sadly not.
Actually, I just kind of shrug and say, well, I don't know. Maybe he's immune to waterborne parasites.
Yeah, I mean, I must like when you're like in this water, you're not like actually drinking it, right? It's not going into your body, or is it, Jacko?
Well, if he's got gills, it
Acid
is.
drink. Well, if you go, that's the thing. If you go, then you do have gills.
Well,
But
okay,
if it
so
doesn't count,
if it
you're
doesn't
easy.
make sense for amphibious creatures to live like 30,000 feet under the sea,
Tritons have gills.
yeah, I guess it does. Okay, I'm from the elemental plane of water. I guess it just naturally comes through my skin. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Okay, then you're right, friend.
Just don't drink it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just gotta be careful not to like swallow any fluids in your mouth while you're swimming. That
Yeah,
kind of stuff,
and I
right?
imagine
Obviously,
I just imagine like his general orifices are like also better designed for keeping out
yeah.
water, right? Like his eyes and stuff, like
Triton
they
magic.
won't sort of get
Triton
it
magic.
inside his like. What is like a fish, right? I think a fish's eyeball is tighter against.
Yeah,
so, like,
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, you have like
It says gills in the
No.
game lore wiki.
God,
In
yeah.
the-
In the wiki, you can't trust the wiki. That's
Tritons are partially amphibian. They can breathe air for several days at a time, but must spend time in water to
Oh,
keep the
really?
gills soft.
Oh, so you
Wait,
have to
what?
spend time in water.
Yeah, but he's been going back to the water, which is fine.
Has he though?
Like every day since we've been
yeah.
here.
Okay.
He's like waggling his eyebrows like it's not written down plainly.
He's done a lot of swimming.
Like,
But it depends a bit. Wait, is this in what's this in? Is this in some actually official
Yes,
some
ask
dodgy
Googled
website?
it and it's on game lore wiki, and they usually like take
Game lore
quotes, but I don't know if this particular thing about the
Well, we'll say that at least for right now, you seem to be okay, and I'll read about Tridents in Volo's Guide to Monsters to see if it's accurate. But for now, it seems you at least for some now invest with parasites that you can realize. And again, you guys make good progress today. You're making good progress. You end up in that house.
As a guardian of the depths, I ignore any drawbacks caused by a deep underwater environment.
Yeah, isn't this one though, my friend?
But it is an underwater environment.
Deep underwater, this river, baby, thousands of miles under the sea.
I mean, like I'm in two minds about this. It does kind of make sense for him to have like at
It
least
really-
a very high resistance
Yeah,
against.
yeah,
like,
it does. It does entirely.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
if I get infected, that's
But like the common cold and viruses that don't exist underwater would really fuck him up.
No, I'm going to say it's something to do with the stomach, so we would actually need to like,
Sure.
invest it in it. Because it's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lungs and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like you're breathing in water, but
they're
It's gonna be okay.
parasites that go into your gut, not your
Yeah.
lungs.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and yeah, you guys end up in this X at the end of the day if you keep marking it. And again, Azarka seems fairly confident about this, And yeah, you
Nice.
continue the same ritual. You guys set up for camp, set up all the rain catches. Again, it's even slightly heavy right now as you set up camp. So even it's probably a good thing you're stopping about now because it would be at least slightly uncomfortable rowing in this weather. But you are able to find obviously good enough shelter under the canopies and not disturb your sleep too bad. And same watch order and everything.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Then it's another night that passes without too much problem. Tom, I hope you're remembering to mark down the insect repellent. Okay, great. So this
Start
is
of the third
it
day.
seems switch over.
this is the start of the third day.
Yeah,
Well,
the
next day will be
traveling.
the start of the third day traveling. Yeah. I
that
should
way-
be
that
marking
way
that
using.
somewhere. I can always count my
You just got raided, by the way.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Jacko got raided.
Whoa.
On Twitch.
On Twitch?
Hey boys, what's up?
Wait. My role players invading you with a party of 12. Wow.
Man, the
It's
roleplay
crazy.
roleplay is a very
Crazy.
generic name.
No,
It's
Jack, don't
genius.
insult them, they raided us.
No, I'm just saying it's genius. Like if people are like googling role players,
Okay, anyway, let's keep the campaign. Alright, yeah, so you guys begin your third day traveling. Again, Azarka is given the lead, I'm assuming.
oh yeah,
Yeah, this one, it's like starting to seem that it's probably a bit harder to keep exact track of location. There's starting to be a lot of kind of tributaries that are going off the sides, and it's like very heavy rain, so it's hard to see exactly where the main river is. So you're not sure if you are correct about your, like, you know, she's kind of second guessing herself. Like a couple times you like head down a tributary, and then you're not sure, and you kind of turn and like head back towards where you were before, and and yeah, she seems to not be too confident. So for right now, I'm
You
gonna
know, I keep my mouth shut about it for now because I
for
think
now
it's hard.
I'm gonna
but-
hide your token from the map, as you are not exactly sure where you are.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Mm.
You know, if
And-
there's a second day of this shit, you know, we'll go
Then
back
you-
to
then-
Nanza, we're gonna get another guide.
It's the second day of this shit. That's pretty rude, man. Only 2 days. It's not very
I
nice.
basically just have to follow the main river, right?
Yeah, like how hard can this be? It's
Apparently,
like
apparently pretty
you
hard.
just go against the flow up the anyway.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
So, wait,
I would
do we-
agree with you, but you know, it's
did
specifically
roll a
telling me that's
one,
not the
so-
case, Chris.
So at the end of the day,
The day does not end. The day does
Oh,
not end yet.
shit.
Ooh.
During the morning, in fact, you
Uh-oh.
Wait, during the...
everyone it's very scared. No. So basically, you are like kind of going for the river, and it's a slightly swampy, meaning slightly like more swampy area of the river, and you see some like reed huts built on stilts above the side of the river, and like kind of as you guys are on watch out, you can see.
Great, we can stop and ask for directions.
Are you
You
glancing at the
see-
guide as you say this?
These
Hmm.
things.
Hmm.
Well, like if I,
Whoa,
oh,
Ooh, that's some.
that's a pretty bird.
So you guys
Looks like
can
fucking
roll.
storks.
Yeah.
I guess it would be knowledge, nature, to see if you know what these things are.
But you said reed
And you're
hut,
seeing
right?
them quite far away. Yeah, reed huts.
do they look like they're like pets kept outside, or
No,
Are
they
they, like-
seem.
The ones living in it?
It seems more like that from what you can tell.
Wait a second. Why does Scene have a -1 for
Because he's a great furbolg.
I mean,
Guys,
I refuse to roll.
roll.
You
I
refuse to
rolled,
roll.
Jack. I rolled.
Like, how would I ever know about these things?
well, it lives in a swamp. It's vaguely aquatic, right?
Vaguely.
He knows.
Oh, come on. No, you
He knows
don't know.
more
You
than
don't
we
know. You would have disadvantage actually. You can roll in with disadvantage. For the setting, probably be okay to know a little bit, but you definitely would not. Be
Roll it again, buddy.
Oh my
shit,
god.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, my
somehow
cousin saw
during
these
your
ones.
travels, you may have.
No, but maybe in the port I heard about these things.
Yeah. So Iblis are like colloquially, like through like, you know, kind of peasant stuff, sort of be like the reincarnations of evil humans who are like punished by
Oh.
gods. They're meant to be quite intelligent and basically able to like manipulate and build stuff using their beaks and feet, and generally kind of like sort of be somewhat evil. Let's say that.
Oh.
And
Okay.
Interesting birds.
They
They are not just birds. They are. I'm gonna try and say this with a straight face. They are reincarnations of pure evil beings.
Fuck off, Tom.
but
There what?
yeah, so like Azaka, who's
You
also
gotta-
the
you gotta
fighter, like
rate
kind of, you know, slow. She's kind of like stop paddling and like turns. It's like your friend is right. And as you kind of like, you know, she stops to paddle and kind of like ushers you kind of like to the side, so you like kind of stop moving, and you're like, you know, still at least maybe like a couple hundred feet away. You saw like a bit of it, but it mainly, you know, the huts like, you know, made you actually catch it. And she's like, we should be slightly careful. Normally, if as a group you seem to at least not be wounded or down on your luck, they normally do not attack. But if they are hungry, or I got to remember the GR stuff. If they are hungry or needing something as possible, they may attack. She kind of thinks, and she's like, she kind of looks out, and you know, she
I stop writing down about the Eblis and start getting my bow out instead.
she's like, I think I
Well,
see.
the pen is mightier than a bow.
She's like, I think I see 5 of these creatures. It might be a slightly. She kind of like, it would really be a challenging fight, especially if they have the high ground. We could. You're like,
I say to her, it's over.
we could try to look around, but also these. Well, it depends exactly what you have come to. I know you said you've come to defeat evil, but if you're after treasure, I know often these creatures will try to steal from fellow explorers and the like. It's possible they may have something useful, or even if we can get any information out of them.
Well, if you think they're dangerous, we should almost certainly avoid them.
I just nod.
Kind of nods, and she's like,
Silent nod.
We do not have time to attack any aggressive creature out there.
she kind of nods, and like, in that case, we should try to walk by land at least for, I don't know, maybe half a mile, and try to get around and join the river later. And it's saying that, she like quietly tries, get out of the boat, the canoe.
Ew. Swamp. Bad for the fur. Oh well. I jump out as well.
It's not too bad. It's
Preferable
once
to
you get
death.
once you get a bit from the river.
Who am I kidding? My fur's messed up already after. It's just completely matted and non.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys.
It's best we just shave you, huh?
You try.
Okay, so you guys kind of get out canoe and you basically try to avoid it. As you guys kind of pack up, it's like a pretty heavy wooden thing, and you guys have belongings. I want you to. This is a check I didn't even realize this, but apparently a group check is a thing. So I want you to do a group stealth check, which basically means you all roll stealth, and if the majority pass, then the group passes. If the majority fail, then
It's
it
a
fails.
critical role.
Nice.
There was an actual thing in the rules, but sure.
Probably why they do this. Well, I hope someone has some good bonuses in this. 'Cause-
Well,
Anyone?
I do not have any deck.
Okay.
I am.
This guy, quiet as a mouse, interestingly he's a cat, is just kind of creeping out of the canoe, is making no noise. It's like started to get in jungle. Even Alpamenos is kind of silently in the water, he's used to moving in without chase. But then Azaka, she kind of lifts, gets out canoe, she kind of, knocks her weapon against a rock in the bank and makes a splash, and it's Richard and both go out. It just you're not quite as
Like a
Splash.
half
as
slip on the
careful
corner
as
of
you
the
think.
canoe.
exactly. And none of you guys by any chance speak Orvan, do you? There's literally no way.
Or
Not on my list.
Orvan.
Although
It's
whenever
a
else starts
language.
making noise, I want to use my tabaxi quickness to quickly put some distance between my stealthy
Okay,
self and the
okay.
party.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
would you
Just
consider
in
these
the opposite
birds?
direction from the birds, or into the jungle?
No, they're ahead the way we would be heading.
Okay, so kind
around,
of towards
relative
them,
to the
but
birds.
around them, relative.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
kind of in that direction. Okay, but yeah, you guys kind of hear it basically sounds kind of like a squawk, but almost with more meaning. I guess what you mean. It's more could be a language, but still has that kind of bird tone to it.
Would you consider
And,
these birds aquatic?
Would I consider them aquatic?
Oh no, wait, it doesn't matter. It's a one-way street. I can I can communicate
Not
towards
really,
aquatic.
you anyway though. Not
Yeah,
really.
no. That was a joke.
Okay. And Ataka's she swears, and you're imagining Chult, and it's that kind of, you don't even know it's swearing, but you can, when someone goes, you can kind of tell they're not saying a good
Sucker
word.
blade.
And she kind of draws the weapon, and she's like, I think they heard us. We must.
But us? Did they? I can't say that I'm stealthy and a long way away, but I think it's.
Yeah, I prep my shield and Warhammer, I guess. Just if I see her grabbing her weapons.
I
I'll.
knock an arrow when I see them.
Can we lift the canoe somewhere safe for if there is a combat that we can?
I'll say when you were making a noise, you were in the process of dragging it off. So it's already on the bank. What do you mean by safe?
Dude, if they're attacking the canoe, that's a good day, not a bad
Yeah, well, I don't know what exactly you mean by
I
safe.
fought for this canoe, man.
We all did.
I guess just that it's not floating away and that it's a little bit away from us, a few meters at least.
I don't think I have bombs to blow it up.
Yeah, you kind of dragged it onto the river, so it's onto the bank. So
Who knows? It might fireball.
okay. Yeah. So she's kind of
Fireball
drawn her
doesn't
weapon.
sound
I'm gonna move you onto this rough battle map.
Rough, huh?
Well, yeah, it's the one they say for random battle map. And this isn't a scale yet, but I'm gonna drag the tokens
Well,
of them on.
it's definitely better than the Curse of Strahd, random battle map. It's just a blank.
This is
blank
also
map with nothing
blank,
on it. No, this one has a background of sorts.
like a gritty map.
Oh, and these things, just to let you know, are large creatures.
That's so bold. Now he's.
I was picturing kind of story. Frogs aren't large in real life.
I feel lies too, and there's 5 of them.
How
Because
do
you
you
rolled a
know
d4 plus
That
1.
one d4 plus 1 might mean something completely different. Okay, oh, I gotta put a
Sure, Ian, sure.
come on out.
Hmm.
We're just gonna take care of one each. Don't worry about it.
So Zarka's got her weapons drawn. She looks like quite like ready to
The
go.
cat is
Yeah,
cool.
this isn't quite to scale because these things I said were like a couple 100 feet, but like
Okay.
as you guys are like
In
kind
a-
of getting
in a-
your
you can just change like one square to be something else if you want.
Nah, it's
like,
fine.
well,
I mean,
It like takes
yeah,
it does,
we'll
it takes like
figure-
it's
we'll
like
figure it out.
if you just
Wait
make
a
it 10 feet
second.
instead of 5 feet, it's basically right in the map settings.
Okay,
Yeah,
how do I
go
do
map
this?
settings.
I
Just
go
Just
Good
go
map
your
settings.
map settings and it's like 1 unit equals and it's
one
just-
grid cell equal 10 feet. Okay,
Yeah, there we go. And now
but then you guys all know not to scale.
yeah, we can just move half a square if we like. If I move my token
Okay,
like
okay,
like
okay.
this,
Well,
people
you can
know
just
where I
make
am,
your
right?
token smaller, you know.
Well, no,
Nah,
it's
nah,
fine.
nah,
It's
don't
fine.
worry about
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So yeah, you guys are kind of like all like kind of I don't know, cheesily getting your weapons out, and you guys can kind of hear like the flap of wings. What are the rest you doing? Chris, you like ran off a bit, yeah.
Yeah, this is my 60 feet.
And you had a good stealth rule, so you don't need to reroll it. It was the same stealth for you, obviously.
That's why I gave myself the ninja icon.
Nice. Pretty hidden. Zarkadly, yeah, she just like kind of like starts like kind of standing in front of you, like she's got her weapon out. She has a scimitar.
Yeah, I say
I stand next to her.
evil reincarnation or not, they remain poultry, and I ready an attack.
Okay, you were ready. What kind of an attack, Jacob?
A melee attack. If somebody
Okay.
comes within range of my melee attack.
Okay.
Oh, no.
At this point, everyone's kind of ready, but like they're kind of flying through trees, and as you can't really, you're kind of losing sight of them. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna change it. It's actually
I'm gonna ready an
actually
Eldritch
5 feet.
Blast at the. Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
put it
think
back to
it's
5
close.
feet. I'm gonna say at this point they end up basically about as close as the map is now. I put it back to 5 feet because like it's very dense trees and stuff. So by the time like it is like basically 80 feet away when you see them, and they're kind of like flying just around like basically level with the treetops, and everyone roll initiative to see like
Okay, but I would.
I
If I
wanted
can
to
still
ready
do
an
something
Eldritch Blast
before
now.
they.
Yeah. I mean, you
If I
have
can
like
still do
a
something.
round or two. Yeah.
Okay, I will
No,
cast
token was
blast
selected.
on us three.
Bless. Wow. That's
On
a nice
the front
initiative.
line.
Look at them initiatives.
Bless on the front three. Okay, nice.
Wait, why do I have 15 when it says 20 on my roll? When I got an natural
That's from
20?
last time. I
Because
think.
he didn't delete the old
Oh.
one.
You can actually click on it and change it, you lazy boy.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
have my token selected, but apparently last time I crit on my initiative as well.
See
Perfect.
how their initiative is.
Jesus. Okay, everyone goes, and then I go. So sad. So sad. Okay, at least I'm not last. Okay, that's. Well, fuck.
Yeah, they rolled very similar to each other. Okay, sort by descending.
Just gonna get pummeled.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, Sky, it's your turn. You you see them like basically in this kind of really rough formation, like fly along the treetops towards like the others. They don't seem to have noticed you. Do you do anything or just?
He gets out both scimitars.
Yeah. I want to just okay. So there's like trees and stuff between me and them, right? It's like a kind of it's not dense forest, but like it's
There are trees, yeah.
medium jungle sort of thing. Okay, so I want to find a position if I can where basically, like I guess using basically one tree where I'm out of line of sight of like 4 of them, except for like just this one in front, right? So like I guess if I
Wait, which one in front? The one to the left or?
yeah, sorry, the one to the right over here.
Oh right, okay,
If I find a tree similar to this, so I can just like peek out at the one in front and shoot at him. Hopefully with advantage for being so sneaky.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Nice. I didn't remember to check the advantage button, so I'll just roll again.
Okay. For some effect, Chris, for some reason you're not quite sure of, you don't have quite as good shot as you were hoping because of your like your position. Like you still hit, but it seems like you seem like you didn't really have advantage. And as you kind of have a better look, as you see the arrow go past it, it almost looks like as it flies towards, like the body's almost kind of shifting in the air.
Ah, shifty
Well,
boy, huh? But it hits,
Yeah.
right?
But it does hit, so roll damage.
Nice.
Got him.
5 damage, okay, and that was the one in the front.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Does he remain a shifty boy?
He will.
I know there's I just personally know that some things
Lose
lose their shiftiness when they get hit. I'm wondering if it's a similar shiftiness.
Oh, I thought he was in the process of shifting, but he's just double teaming. I see.
Yeah,
No,
I think
it seems to still be like this.
okay. And then I want to move like, the square around this tree to peek
Okay.
out at the. Well, I guess it's 10 by 10, so I moved to there to peek at the back one, who hopefully, because when I took my shot couldn't see me, hasn't spotted me, and
Sure,
take
that makes
a
sense.
shot at him. So I should
Wait,
cancel
you
my
get
advantage.
2
Right?
attacks.
I'm gonna use my action search for this.
Doing you well. You're gonna take my second attack. Nice. Yeah.
And no advantage, right?
No, but this already have it from this one. Yeah.
Well, no, because it's blurry, right? Or is it?
Oh,
not
okay,
blurry?
fine. Yeah, this one's also blurry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does not hit. Yeah, we were kind of like looks like it was aiming true, but then it just kind of like shifts in the air, and
Okay.
unfortunately not. You gonna do any more movement or stay there?
I'll like move another since I already moved. It's not my thing's not going to reset, so I'll move like there and be more behind the tree that I've decided is here.
Yeah, you can roll another stealth check to see if the others notice you. Because like those two kind of got shot at, so and they are intelligent, so
Sure.
they kind of know the rough direction. But the other 3 were kind of just flying once she. So
Technically an action to hire.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. So used to Vokes and then doing it as a bonus action. Okay, then yeah, you can't do that.
I'll
Aquaman, not
move
your turn.
behind the tree.
Yeah, got it.
I look towards the skies and ask the gods for some combat music.
It's an action to ask for combat music.
Combat music.
I mean, I don't have anything to do
Combat
with
music.
my action
I
anyway.
don't even have any combat music. 1 second.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
as you decide,
Okay.
you're saying Jacko. Do that.
I will move forward, do a cool, confident little twirl with my trident, and get in the same defensive stance as you saw before and dodge.
Do you want a 8-bit dungeon boss music?
Sure.
That's what I can give you at a
Sure,
low
give me.
Bit dungeon. Yeah,
Give
sure.
me. Sounds good.
So I can,
As many bits as you can, please.
I
That's-
Perfect.
like it.
okay, there you go.
Nice.
You asked it. Okay, so you're dodging. Got it. Richard.
Okay, so first the bonus action, I will cast Hex on the one in the middle of this one.
This one. Okay, I will give it a weird token. It can be got the death sign. Sure. Okay.
Oh, please let this be your dance in the club.
Then I will make it vulnerable to dexterity checks, build checks.
Disadvantage on on dex checks. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then I will sacred flame it.
Okay. Roll damage. Or roll the same.
It's
Okay. Okay. Yep. It succeeds, so it does not seem to get hit
It
by the
has-
sacred flame.
It does
No,
have
Disadvantage,
no. That's advantage on checks, not saves.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
what? Aww.
It's
can
yeah,
double
otherwise
check,
it'll
I'm
be
sure.
OP. Yeah,
It's,
no.
uh,
I fucking
save.
misread it. Fuck.
Oh wait, the save might be an ability check. I remember talking about this before.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, they're not ability checks. Yeah. I'll wait that.
Rip,
What?
rip bonus track.
Every Rolex makes this mistake. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like skill checks are ability checks, but foes are not. It puts it on like checking them, I guess. Okay, just your turn. Okay, this one on here, basically, how far away are you? Yeah, perfect. It like basically kind of dives bomb towards you, and attempts to hit you with its beak. You wanna
But
dodge
I
it?
am about as shifty as he is.
If you say
We
so.
will see.
Shit,
14.
that hits.
That hits.
Okay. How do I make the damage all happen?
Click. What? It should be included in the thing, actually.
Oh, I clicked the name beak. Okay. So you
Nice.
take 7. You're not raging it, are you?
Not raging. No.
No, okay. And it goes between you with its beak again, pecking at you.
No,
Oh, wait, I didn't mean to click that. For proof it has it.
that's a miss.
Yeah. So, and it's like right in front of you. This other one does the exact same, I imagine. Yep.
Hey, man. Which ones have been hit? By
This only the one to the right of Alchemist.
Only the one that hexed, right? I thought it was that one who got attacked. Never mind.
Okay, which one got hit?
The one on the right of Alchemist.
Okay.
This one swings twice, misses, and misses. Standing there, facing them off.
Our tank is doing his job, boys.
Only
Oh.
barely. I'm
This
pulling a
one-
Richard, as they call him.
Man, this
Oh, it's
music
+0,
is fucking crazy. Someone comes here, and I wanted to check
Wait, it
something.
stopped.
Where's
It's
the
just
music?
that was the end
Oh,
of
is
the
it
song.
that some voice? No,
There's-
no. I'll
there's
put
not
it on-
that
I'll put it
many
on repeat.
bits.
I'll put it on repeat.
Oh god.
you were like, can I have some battle music, Jacko? You get some battle.
This is good for fighting evil spirit birds in the swamp.
It sounds a little evil, the music. I can see it.
Yeah, it's pretty sinister.
Okay, so this bird is like it seems to be casting a spell.
Oh, motherfucker, get out of here.
It just cast fucking fireball.
It doesn't, but it doesn't have hands.
It's finally on my payback, Tom. And
And the canoe is destroyed.
in a 30-foot. So basically, there's like it creates a twisting pattern of colors that are weaving through the air in a shape in an area that encompasses the three of you in the back. They're gonna, it's just
hypnotic bullshit.
hypnotic pattern, yes.
But it's a level 3 spell.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and but you see that as it does, you do see that as it does this one loses kind of shiftiness to its feathers that the other ones still have.
Ah.
And yeah, everyone in there, you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, okay, I'm good at those.
23.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. And you also have the bonus, right?
Yeah, the D4, yeah!
Such
Nice.
wise boys.
Okay, we'll see how.
Ozark also has D4.
GR.
Richard doesn't.
Okay, yeah, she also seems fine. You all seem to be unaffected by this strange evil magic.
Just give it an raised eyebrow.
You give the big bird a V, so I like it. So this one. Ooh, why is it some weird feet? This one flies over to. Wait 1 second. Yeah, this one flies. It uses its like full round action, it seems, Chris. So, like basically flies, so just like this huge bird towering over you now.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, you know your turn.
I will cast Toll the Dead at the one that's been hurt already.
Cold Dead. Okay.
Cold
Okay.
No, Toll the Dead.
Okay, it's like cool. Never heard of that one, but okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Music's driving me insane.
For 1 damage?
It's actually driving me insane.
No, it's 4 damage. It uses the. I clicked it on the spells part. I've made it separate. Oh no, I didn't make it separate. Never mind. Basically, the way it works is if it's unhurt, you roll the d8. If it's hurt already, you roll the d12.
Yeah, I know how it works. Okay.
So I just put both of them on the spell, but it takes
save. It fails. It takes 4
4
damage.
necrotic damage. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that works.
And then
Oh,
I'm gonna
got
move
more,
next to
sorry.
everybody.
Okay, you move on up. Okay. This one in the back.
Thunder Bros. Oh, Tom, we need like a
Flies
theme song for the
forward.
Thunder Bros.
Hey, Ian.
Hmm?
You forgot to put someone on the turn order.
Who?
Kazaka.
The NPC, like I always forgot about the NPC.
I swear I rolled her initiative.
Yeah, you rolled an initiative, I think.
But she didn't click on the token.
Oh, I didn't. What did she get? She got
She goes now, or she should have gone before me.
She should have gone before you.
No,
I
wait a
still
second. No, wait, that was the stealth roll. What am I saying? You didn't roll her initiative, Ian.
Didn't roll her initiative. My bad. Okay.
Wonderful.
But she's ready to act now. I'm sure. Look, I bet she rolled really bad. See that 12? It's
12.
fine. It's fine. Okay, she can act now then before this one in the back. Okay. She's running up to join in the fight.
Yeah, boys.
She runs towards it, shouting a war cry in Chult, you imagine. Fully a war cry. It's got that ring to it. And
Vive la France!
exactly. She swings with her scimitar.
It's like takes its head off.
And that'd be.
She misses
nice.
with her first swing and attacks for a second.
Why not clicking for her? Yes.
Ooh. And that the second attack hits, and it takes. Man, scimitars suck, huh? Takes some damage. Looks like 4 damage to you guys.
This is very suspicious, guys.
There you go. I told you. It looks like
Yeah,
4 damage.
maybe it's like a secret. It's like called the Scimitar of Death or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, there
This
are
one,
spoilers abilities. That's definitely true.
This one like flies above the others and then bombs down, so it's like behind you and it's
Whoa.
facing you, Richard.
Oh, that's.
Oh wait, she had an extra D4. Oh no, that wouldn't have made a hit. Okay. Sky, your turn. There is a big birdie in front of you.
We've been here before.
Okay. Yes, I will. Hope to do this quickly. I'll drop my bow and draw my scimitars.
So much being arcane archer boy.
Have a go at this. Well, I need to. If I hadn't moved last time, I'd be able to do
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I got to stand my ground for a turn to recover my speed. So,
Does the bow just
actually-
like slowly sink into the
No,
sea?
actually, you know what? I won't. I'll just take the dodge action. I won't drop anything, or
Okay.
I'll take the dodge action, and yeah, I'll say, giant bird attacking small cat. Yes, okay, I can see the irony. as it's like hacking at me, and I'm like swaying out the way.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot to mention it, but this one, the one to the right, when you hit it with the Toll the Dead, Tom, it appeared to break the magic that was making it appear so shifty.
Good.
But the other one, the Dark hit, sadly did not.
Can you mark the ones that aren't?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, I'm marking the ones that are.
Oh, is that what the skull and crossbones?
No,
is?
no, it's
no,
just
that's
the
the
hex.
hex.
I'm gonna do it. My bad. I forgot to do it. This looks shifty as fuck.
Oosh, I like it. Yeah, that's what is shifty.
That one is shifty.
Cool.
This one is shifty, and this one is shifty. The other two are not.
Nice.
Akumenos, your turn.
Oh, shift. Roar.
Yeah, I will yell. Like,
Okay.
I will not be struck down by you. What would I call it?
Eblis.
You cretins! And I,
Nice.
yeah, and I will rage with my bonus action,
Nice, nice.
and I
yeah.
will link it so everybody knows what it does.
Nice. I like it.
I love the links. Yeah. That is my favorite part.
And then I will try and hit the guy on the right. Right in the,
Fire, boys.
right in
guy on
the
the right,
chest
okay.
arena.
It
Well,
does
at
not have.
disadvantage,
Yeah,
right?
that
Yeah.
hits. No, but this one is
Oh.
no longer shifty.
Ah, it's
Not
not longer
shifty,
shifty.
Yeah.
For 15 damage!
Wow. Plus 2.
Plus to 17
You
damage.
have exactly the right HP to just cut his head straight off. Akumenos.
It's
To I don't know, poke it through the eyes. I don't know, man.
No. I just like poke it
How do
right
you
in
wanna
the
do it,
chest, and I look like I'm ready to like barbecue it. Like just like, put it all over the fire.
hit the other one with this giant large creature. Like, okay, yeah, but yeah, it just lets out like a horrible kind of cry, and then like and just like slumps over onto the points.
Nice.
Yeah, Richard, your turn.
you thought.
Okay, I go over there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will Sacred Flame this guy again.
Okay,
Why not just Hellish Blast it?
it's blurry,
It's blurry.
but Eldritch Blast is so much better.
Don't think it makes
Uh,
much difference, doesn't it?
Oh,
No, it-
Disadvantage on attack
what is
rolls.
Disadvantage.
Only on attack rolls? Not
Yeah.
for the strategy shit as well?
Not.
I would
for
assume
this.
so, okay.
he is a tactical genius.
But it.
But-
It rolls so good.
Oh, so good against you, my fan. Okay, this one, it is like lets out a cry in the strange language again. And how far
Bastard.
apart are you guys?
Uh-oh.
When it says a 30 foot cube, that's 30 foot on one side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it attempts to use a hypnotic pattern again on all
Oh my-
4 of you guys.
Well, this
So everyone will
That's
wisdom
bigger because the
saves.
squares are 10 by 10.
No, I changed this.
Guys, I've made a
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh wait, what? We're back to the small map.
Yeah. I moved
I've
it.
made a mistake, guys.
Because,
I
like I
minus
said,
one in
basically-
wisdom.
Okay.
It's fine. But you got a D4 from Fender.
Yeah.
But with that D4, it could actually work.
Roll the
Oh.
4, buddy! Roll the 4!
Might be necessary.
Roll the 4!
Oh.
3?
Oh!
You don't have AC against Charm with Raging, right? That's not like
No,
later,
not
right?
jealousy,
Sure.
no.
Okay, so Jacko, you have become charmed for duration, and your speed is now 0.
Okay.
This can only end if you take damage or someone like shakes you out. Yep. So you're basically just like, "Ooh, what's happening?" Wait, I got to roll for Azaka. Wisdom save.
Oh
She
no.
also looks to be
Oh no, guys!
So I'll give her a little charm.
And so
save.
the turntables.
She can look like this. She has a little love heart. I like that one. And on her turn, she's basically just like kind of like swaying back and forth, like kind of like a weird kind of smile on her face. She doesn't seem to be quite in the walk by shouting.
I mean, charm
mindset.
doesn't
It
mean
wasn't,
confused,
again,
though.
It wasn't in before. No, it doesn't mean confused, but you know, it's kind of like so you should look at the big birds and kind of like
Just like
confused.
pacified
But
sort
she's
of thing.
yeah, but she's had a sword, she was gonna hit it, but now she's like, it's like she can't attack it, and she like or tie. She thinks it's like fine, so she's basically standing there. No, sorry, the bird is no longer blurry.
Oh, by the way, would I know what this thing is? This thing.
Can roll Arcana.
Roll something? Oh. Probably
I
not.
probably should do that as well.
Probably not. No, I don't know.
No.
-1.
Nope.
Anything int-based, Jack, I have not taken.
Okay. That's her turn. She basically just stand there, not sure what to do. Now it's this one in the back, which was gonna do the same, but oh no, it's just wait, tries to do that. Okay, so this one flies over and attempts to
Hey,
stab you, Xeno.
bastards!
What a bastard.
What a fucking dickhead!
24.
Motherfucker! Can you stop getting through my armor and shit?
1880.
Yeah, roll the damage, but it's gonna
6 damage.
it's gonna be taking a nice
Okay.
nice Wrath of the Storm
Yeah.
lightning straight back. Oh wow.
3 damage.
What is this? What is this? 2d8.
Only you were chosen to maximize it.
And you got to be
Dexterity save.
rolling a nice concentration.
Failed the dexterity save.
And to the
But
end
this
of
one
the
isn't doing
reaction.
anything. This one the one that caused another plan previously and failed, Chris.
No, Tom has to be rolling a nice
Oh, for
concentration.
fuck's sake!
The blessing.
No bless, boys.
This
Once
one was
again,
Then-
Ian rolls over 20, and there was my bless.
And first round.
low. It's good time. Then it attacks you with the beak again.
Multi attack.
Oh, 24.
Oh my
my god.
For 4 damage.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try Thunder this time.
Oh, you're doing it again? Okay.
Wait, is it a
Yeah.
reaction?
Is it not a reaction, Tom? No. Okay.
No.
We-
No, I'm actually not sure now anymore.
Check.
And I don't think it was.
Well,
There's something that's
Could be.
weirdly not a reaction. I just vaguely remember, but I'm not sure if this is it. But
It's
it
a
might.
Tempest Cleric, right? Let me have it 1 second. It's from your cleric, right? Not from your. Yeah, it wouldn't be from your foe, but that'd be crazy.
Yeah, reaction. Fuck!
Uh,
Reaction.
Reaction, yeah. Can't do it.
Damn it.
Nice,
Good-
nice
good
damage,
luck.
you know.
yeah,
Okay,
2d8 every time you get his.
This other one is trying to attack you. Sky, you're dodging, correct?
I am dodging. What's your attack?
15?
That hits me.
It was nice
Six
knowing you,
damage.
boys. It's nice knowing you, boys.
Fucking
Ouch.
fucking
12?
No, it does not hit me.
Okay. Zeno, your turn. Your friend out next to you is also looking quite like, not confused, but you can see visibly being like affected by this magic.
Yeah, but I don't exactly know.
No, you don't know.
Um,
But he does, yeah, he looks like,
Wait, the rest
yeah,
of
like, I mean, he looks charmed, like, you know what charm is. You know that's like
Okay.
a magical condition.
Normally I'm charming, now I'm just charmed.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna do something that's not gonna give me many friends,
Oh,
but I will cast Thunder Wave.
nice.
Okay.
Okay,
I
who
like
wants the range on that?
15 feet.
So who does that hit?
It hits everyone. I think.
except for me.
Except for the one.
Oh, it's all the birds.
It's
Okay.
a 15-foot cube, right?
Yeah.
Thunder wave? Yeah.
But is
That's
it not
gonna be
allowed
15
to-
feet on the
It's the
side.
bird.
Oh yeah, right.
It's
right.
the birds.
Hits the birds.
But you can like put it like this, right? Where it only hits the 2 birds.
Oh, it's around you, on the way.
It's around.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No,
Spells,
it's
this is
not.
weird, but this is like if you look later in the player's handbook, it's a weird
Yeah.
rule. Spells that are a cube or like a sphere, don't specifically say they're centered on you. You are somewhere in the area of the cube, but it can be
Oh.
so like it could be, for example,
Okay.
God, I've drawn the line terribly, but like those squares, right? That's an acceptable.
Okay, Tom. Okay,
Thunder
Tom.
wave.
So what are you trying to
Wait
make
a
it hit?
Fuck.
Draw like a
Forgot about
15
that
feet.
part.
Like this?
So
That-
if I do it like
No, it's gotta be 30, right? Because no, wait, no, it's 50. Never mind.
Not like in this cube placement.
hey, you're gonna hit anyways, buddy. I want to hit as many. Can I hit 2 birds?
Yeah, you can hit 2 birds if you do it like that. That's fine.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then this is how I do it.
Okay. Roll damage, I guess.
So deck save?
Con save.
Con save. I already
6
talked.
damage. You don't. Do you take the
Rolls.
damage?
Hmm?
You would, right? Did well. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from takes damage. Yeah. I don't see. Wait.
No. No.
Wait, but that
no.
doesn't.
A wave sweeps out from you.
Okay,
Everyone
okay,
around.
okay.
It is like it is centered on you. This thing you can't actually change that.
No, it says originating from you, not centered. It's
Okay, that's true, I guess.
Okay, so
This
it's
is fucking
Elkos,
weird
you
now.
take half as much damage, so you
Oh.
take 3 damage.
Sorry, I've been reading. Oh, you seem to have done it just fine anyway.
Okay, good. You take
This-
3 damage. What's your
Sorry,
DC?
it's like this.
13.
Just draw
Motherfucker.
Okay,
like
they
a
both pass.
square that you're
Motherfuckers.
just outside of, like that, is also a legal Thunderwave placement, by the way.
Okay.
So couldn't. Oh, it's still
So they
anyway.
all take 2. You all take 3 damage. They both have to. Well, no, only one of them needs to make a concentration check.
Hmm?
So that's GRD20. Okay. Alchemanos, you did take damage, so you are no longer charmed.
You're lucky.
But the spell still seems to be affecting Azaka.
Fuck.
Do you know your turn? That's your whole turn, right? I mean, sorry.
No, that's my turn. I don't have
Yeah,
any
that's what I meant.
action.
Okay. The one behind. This one's like just still chasing Richard. It's fixated on him. I hate it. Richard. 15.
Yeah. He has
I have
11
like
AC,
no
remember?
AC, man. Like
Okay, 5 damage.
definitely hitting me.
But you're tanky. You're health, right?
No, I have 12 health.
12 health.
Oh,
Mm,
oh.
12 health.
Which means you can
But-
probably take another one.
But you're the
12
healer.
health.
I'm dead.
Why not?
You're
Oh,
fine.
You're fine.
Dead,
Fine.
he says. Dead,
I
he
have an
says.
entire HP.
Sky, your turn.
That's all you need.
Sky, your turn.
You're just as
this whole
effective as you normally
situation
are.
looks
Push.
very troubling.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to. Firstly, I can double move again. That's
Don't forget to
nice.
pick up your bow.
So
No,
okay,
you
so I'm,
never
okay,
dropped it.
I never dropped it yet.
Okay.
So I'm not really, because the squares are actually 5 feet. I'm not really on a corner of a square. I'm like in this square.
Yeah,
So I will. No, fuck disengaging. I'll just take the hit if it so be.
okay.
I can't really get off the bottom. No, fuck it. I'll just stay inside the map because yellow. So I'll move like.
I can move everyone up if you want, Chris.
Um.
There you go.
Yeah, actually, sorry. I'll move myself back so I don't. But yeah.
Oh, no.
Hang on. Okay,
No,
I know
I
where I
mean-
was. I know where I was. I was here. So great. So I can. Yeah. There.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Bad.
Okay, so it does try to take a swing at you as you run.
But it misses.
13?
It misses. Like I said. 14 AC, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will take a shot at
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you do your thing first.
one of the non-blurry ones.
Okay,
So
yeah, that one's
that one.
fine.
that one seems
one.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, roll hit.
Normal. Yeah. Longbow.
We figured out what their AC at, boys?
That hits.
Oh,
baby. That is.
Sniped.
Nice. You do 12 damage. It's still standing, but yeah, that was a big hit.
Pew, pew, bitch.
It makes a concentration check. Also, sorry, you need to make a concentration check for your hex.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Couple actually.
2 actually.
Yeah, 2 actually.
That's.
No,
No.
fuck.
Hex is
Oh,
gone.
it seems it failed its concentration check though, so Azarka seems to be uncharmed.
Oh, I guess I didn't need to shock you. I'll command us.
You like the way. Right,
Fucking
Sky,
nice.
nice shot. You run back and you're like, no, I'm an arse. Just stop running at me. Alcamendos, your turn. This one in front of Azarka now looks very wounded.
This is also the one that charmed us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad bird.
I will yell out, "How dare you invade my mind!" And
Well, your rage carries over because he hit you. Sorry, did we already talk
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah.
Just still take.
Thunderwave.
and I attack
MVP Thunderwave.
for
17
17.
hits. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Oh,
You do the same.
You're a
They still
bitch.
had the bird on it from before. Now they're using a fucking kebab over here.
If only my hex was still in it.
Just stabbing them through the neck, right? Just like connecting them on the neck.
It's
Sure.
like a,
Two of the 3 spikes are
It's
trying
starting to get quite heavy.
You have
It's
place for
starting to
one
be
more.
like.
it's like a blue, well-muscled Arya Stark, really. That's how I'm imagining his fighting. Like when she's impaling the two whites.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
them.
Spoilers. Elkamendo, so you move.
Yeah, and then I'll move. I'm in range of this guy, right? Because he's big, or not?
You
It's
have
hard.
5 foot range. Oh wait, is it you in range for it to hit you?
Yeah.
It's hard for you to tell. I mean, it's attack with a beak and it's like it's tall, but
I mean, it's a
you
chicken.
had to
I don't
guess-
carry it away, actually.
yeah, okay,
feel
yeah.
like you know
It
your
doesn't
friends,
seem to be at attacking. Yeah, okay, yeah. If you do, I don't think you know what
Well,
that
like, it's-
reach is. Why would you know what that reach is?
Well, because like you know if like they're impeding your ability to take a bow shot or like they're
That's
going to
true.
get an attack of opportunity for it. It's not like, but like you know.
Yeah, okay, that's fair anyway. Okay, yeah, you don't think it could reach you anyway, but you move anyway, sure. So you're over there protecting Richard. Nice. Whose turn it now is?
Yeah, I will disengage.
Okay.
And I will move.
I'll
over.
like high five you on the way. You know,
Yeah.
taking your place.
I will move over here, and I will use a bonus action to shield myself for 2d6.
Okay.
Here comes the 2.
2d6.
Ooh.
6.
Ooh,
seven.
below
I
average.
mean,
Oh, you healed yourself.
Heals up one of his peck wounds. One of them was a 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I can't do anything else, so.
Okay, Azaka's like, these damn birds! And she charges at... which one? She could reach this one, I get a start. Doing shit to it.
he says like le poulet
Yeah, she runs
est
there.
drôle.
Yeah, that's the line. And then she swings at it.
Listen, my French vocabulary is limited.
Oh, this one is... These
We're
ones are
gonna,
still... These,
gonna
this one...
get Cammy in here every time we're.
Oh, this one is still blurry, but she does manage to hit it regardless.
Nice, Azaka the pro. I mean, bad Azaka for targeting a blurry one, but you know.
I mean, really, this whole thing is her fault, so she should carry her.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
She splashed.
Yeah, I mean, there were multiple splashes made, but she was the deciding vote, I guess.
Hey, she was the worst splash, okay?
She did splash the worst. You're right. You're right.
Splish, splash, she
It
was
fails
taking
its
the bath.
concentration though, so it is still blurry. She goes to swing again.
Yes, she was the worst splash.
Ooh, she just barely misses with the swings. Okay.
That one still has blast. Wink, wink.
If only, if only.
Damn.
Okay. This one attacks you, Tomaz.
Bitch, get off.
Tom-
They could not hit you. That's what JC.
Oh god! That's 3 times in a row! That's a 19, 19, 20 against Tom. That is amazing.
2020, boys.
Motherfucker! I have 18!
Well, I guess you could say his vision was.
Oh,
2020.
man.
Oh,
I love it. It just this is my payback from the campaign.
Hey, I was only critting pod track.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but look, you're still alive.
Yes, I'm
Eight
still alive.
damage.
It's getting shocked maximum.
Okay, you're getting shocked
Yeah,
maximum.
slightly.
Okay. So that is straight up 16,
roll,
and it's,
roll, yeah, DC 13. You better not save.
it
Yes, you
failed.
better
It
save.
takes a
Good
lot. It takes 16 now. It like lets out, a scream basically in its
Fucking
language. But it is still up, and it's like even angry and goes to peck at you again.
Does Zeno say like?
I'll get you up when it's my turn. Don't worry.
Yay!
And you just see Zeno drop to the Zero. You see Zeno drop to the ground as you get pecked in the chest, and he falls down.
Not quite used to the shield yet.
From 0 to 0.
My God, I don't think that's same one.
Fuck! 5 attacks against. No, wait, what's this like? You've raised me twice in like 7 attacks.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Actually, fucking ridiculous. All right, this one is that attacks Azaka twice. It's with that.
It could be
Okay.
2 of us.
I fucking love like.
Out of interest, you guys see Azaka's HP?
No.
No.
No. We don't see
Probably
anything
took
apart
like
from our
a
own.
percent or HP right
And then it bites. Oh wow, it bites
Oh.
Azaka again,
Jesus.
and will damage. Okay.
Okay.
Eight.
The
there.
Uh,
Good thing it's like
yeah.
crit tables don't exist.
So you hear Azaka just fighting over there, shouting out.
Yeah.
Zeno, depth save.
Oh, fuck, of course. So good at these.
You just get straight back up.
Where's the death save button? There we go.
Yeah, you okay?
This is where this bird like moves over and finishes off.
Takes the attack. No.
It's his vengeance.
This one is attacking you, Alcamenos. 19.
That hits, yeah, for sure. For sure.
So 2 damage. And again, 20.
Keep him going.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
another 2 damage.
I could
Scott,
do
your
this all
turn.
day, boys.
They're all
Okay.
getting like the one next is it looks incredibly wounded, like
Yeah, I
blood is just pouring off it.
I call out, Xeno's down! And then
Again!
take a shot at the bird that is about to finish my friend off. surely.
About to eat him, yeah.
Did you get like max HP as well, Tom?
30
Almost
exact
there.
80, Chris. You hit.
The snipe.
Found the 80.
Snipe,
And you
please!
just shoot it through the neck. No spoilers.
Oh.
And it falls.
It falls into the ocean.
Into the river, Chris.
Into the river, that's right. Into the ocean-like swamp.
The ocean like swamp. Exactly. Okay. You moving? Are you staying? Oh, you can't move, right? Because
I can, but not if I want to recover this. So
Oh.
no, I shall not move.
Okay, Alcamenos, your turn. Your trusted battle companion has been downed on the side, but there's still one looming ahead of you. Still shifty.
Still shifty, you say. This one's also still shifty, right? That's what the bacon means?
Down, yeah, but down should have got a
Save.
save. Oh no, I did a save,
Save.
didn't I? Yeah, I did save.
Yeah,
first.
you
I'm
just
still
saved.
shifty. Still
You
shifty.
got a 10 on it.
Yep. Just
Yeah, I'm not really a healer type.
But
Yeah.
guess who is?
Yeah. I will try and strike with disadvantage. 15?
Yeah, you hit.
Or
Kill it.
Nice, good damage. Yeah,
Well
you
damage.
do a big chunk to his HP. It does a save. If it stays shifty, it does. Yep. Are you moving or anything, or did you turn?
Shifty bastard.
I will move here. Well, I kind of want to move in between. I'm not sure if I can.
Yeah, you're trying to get in the way. I
Yeah.
understand what you're doing. You're basically
Yeah.
blocking his path to him. Understand.
Speaking of bacon, I have to go eat real quick, but I'll be back as soon as I can.
Wow. Can
Just
you
eat-
wait to finish the battle?
Well, you know my battle
Wait,
tactics,
are
right?
you bringing up food, or are you going to eat it?
I'm gonna have to eat it. Well, I can
I could
maybe
use
try.
No,
Let me
go.
see if I can
I could use like a break anyway.
Okay, yeah, I need to go take a piss. All right, look quick.
Okay.
It's like 2-3 minute break. Run, Jacko, eat fast.
Oh,
2-3 minutes, I said. All right.
2-3 minutes. I mean, I might be like 5.
I'll go to the toilet.
I might be like
Oh,
5
okay.
seconds.
Okay.
But I just took
I-
my time, so I'm good.
I'll
Okay,
entertain the
okay.
stream. With
I can do like you.
soon
I'm
be
gonna go to the
cast.
toilet, then we can do your Ty's turn if you want. Yeah, entertain the stream. You may ask all their questions.
My cat does not look pleased. Okay. Kind of looks different about this.
Okay. If you're both there,
Welcome back.
welcome. If you're both there, we can go through your turns if you like, or should we wait till they get back so they know what's happening?
Fuck him.
Fuck them. Okay. Well, you're downed anyway. Richard, your turn then.
Wow.
You, hopefully you won't be down. much
Yeah, I will do a pretty simple turn. I'll just cure wounds this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Which
so.
guy? Elkamenos?
So, yeah, no. Yeah,
Okay, you do need to be. You see where it says touch, and you see how you're 10 feet away.
No, it is Alcamenos, I mean.
Wait, you're not on the down guy downed?
No.
Okay.
I've healing.
Okay,
I have
okay.
a bonus action healing light for that guy.
Okay. Wait, healing light isn't a spell.
Nope.
Okay. He gets healed for 10. I'll put that on his token for him.
Here. And then R1d6. You get 2
Wow.
HPs, you know.
Thanks.
Nice. Hey, I mean, you don't want to waste on the guy.
I would definitely could use the 10 more.
You don't want to waste on the guy who always gets crit, though. You know that would be a
No.
waste right
You
there.
have so much HPs, you know. Like, you're never gonna get hit.
He's more important on the guy who has resistance, Tom. It's simple maths.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, it's technically true, but yeah, simple maths. Wait, what's healing light from? That's from your.
That is from the class. No, wait, no, it's fucking celestial. It's from the racial. I'm
Wasn't
like
that the?
90% sure.
Didn't you use that already?
No, I can. I have.
got a
I have a
number of
pool
D6s,
to
right? Yeah.
draw from.
Oh, it's
Like
free.
a
I saw those
level.
two. I saw those two. My bad.
No, it's level +1.
Okay, cool. But that's not. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, nice.
Oh wait,
Cool.
I can recheck. No, it's Warlock level, so it's from the Celestial Warlock.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, your healing hand is from Asma, but that's like not as good. Okay, yeah, so he's pretty healthy, and Zeno, you are back up. Azaka is just continuing her fight against the creature in the back. Scrolling up doesn't work sometimes, I swear. But this thing is just still blurry. She hits it anyway with her first attack.
Her first attack. OP.
Oh, now I know why it sounds so awkward. The battle music is gone. What is this?
Because the 8-bit was literally giving me a headache.
We'll find different battle music then.
No, I'll get battle music. Give me the next. Okay, she attacks it again. She misses, however, with her second attack. And it is attacking her.
Look at you, he's just playing with himself.
You guys get to see this. Misses. Hits her.
How's she looking, by the way?
Okay.
Almost dead, right?
Well, you roll perception?
Wow.
Sure.
Okay, Richard, she seems like okay to you. Like, it seems like she's not actually like seem to be taking a troll from it. You know, you just got knocked down. You barely even know where she is. You're like so disoriented. Sky, to you, you can not even see any signs of blood. Like, you see lots of rips and like kind of tattooed, like kind of holes in her clothes where like the beak is slashing her and all that
Cool.
kind of
I
stuff.
guess she's really good at dodging at the last second. Good for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Okay, Zeno, your turn.
That's fortunate. I mean,
I'm not gonna like stop and be suspicious about him in the middle of
Yeah,
the
it's fine.
I'm gonna be like, oh, thank God.
Zeno, your turn.
Yeah, no. I am gonna toll the dead, the one that my buddy's fighting.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Boom, bitch. A bell rings out! Cannot see what I
Can't see it.
rolled.
Can't see it
Yeah.
down for you,
Yeah, no.
Neither.
Give it some time. I mean, I bet it'll probably pass the save and then it won't take anything, so let's just try that.
Just do the save.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't take damage.
Yeah,
Yeah. Classic. Alright,
I'm
this
gonna still
one-
run up to it.
That's why
you
Roll
want to run up to it.
Roll
Yeah.
didn't bother rolling.
Gene Web, predictive AI, I love it. Okay, this one, but if we're attacking our command now, so I should wait till he gets back, I guess, before doing that. But I could just make it attack Zeno, and then I can do it now. Tempting.
I mean,
Nice.
you can hit me again.
I'm gonna
Right?
attack. No, I'm gonna attack our command loss. You're clearly not a threat.
Wow.
No, but you're so
Wow.
low. Wait, how smart are these things? They're pretty smart, right? Oh yeah. I'm trying to say. I roll a d2. It's confused. The trends are dying. Right, you can be a 1, Tom.
I feel like I'm always the one.
There you go. I roll bad in this case.
I feel like I'm always the one.
Okay, it misses.
Okay,
though.
at least it misses the first
Yeah.
attack.
The second attack. Okay, attacks you with the second attack. 14 misses. There you go, Tom.
Yeah,
It's all fine.
Smells blood.
Sky, your turn.
I shoot at this one. Being very careful not to hit Zeno.
Better not roll a 1. That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Wow.
Disadvantage on the
Mhm. Okay, nice. You hit it.
Dude, my dice says 5, but it was 15, and the second dice knocked it to 5, but it counted the 15.
Boo, fail the
Nice.
5.
Nice.
Okay, roll damage.
5.
Nice.
But it's going to fail its concentration check.
Apparently, my roll 20 has given up on the
Wait,
dice.
you don't see any of them?
No, I mean like the virtual
That's
dice.
just...
I
Oh,
never
wait.
turned it off. But
It's a
I
new
can-
campaign. You have to reselect it.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
this.
my snail disappears, though. So I'll move a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, and I use my...
Jacko would just come back and then he
No.
left. Okay.
well, good thing I've got time to use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay, Jacko. It's about to be your turn.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
muted.
Hello.
Yeah, you okay? You done?
Yeah, I just need to take a bathroom break.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks for coming in to letting us know what's happening then.
You could have your turn, though, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. You do the whole campaign like this. Alright, Agumon, that's your turn. This one, Zeno got brought back to life and is now incredibly hurt and standing next to you, facing this creature. It tried to attack him twice, but it missed with both.
Finally.
Zeno walked up to it?
Yeah, Richard brought him back to life. And Richard also healed you for 10, so you're pretty
Oh.
good now. 20 out of 24.
Hair.
He healed you for 10 and me for 2.
Do a Hulk grin.
A Hulk grin? Oh yeah, I know it well. I've seen a GIF.
It's
a
blurry though.
It's advantage. Yeah, you have disadvantage. Echo to roll again.
But I rolled damage already.
That if you hit it, you will kill it.
Look at
And you
that.
hit it, so
It's
you
dead.
kill it. The third bird is on the trident.
Number 3, boys. Let's go.
This score get fucked for everyone.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but we're
now
back.
it's unfucked, and Jack has gone to the bathroom.
Okay, great stuff.
Apart from
Contracts left though.
There he is.
Okay, that was
My
weird.
Discord crashed.
Yeah,
no,
same for
everyone's
everyone.
Discord went, well, it didn't crash, but like my
Yeah,
call
but the
went
call went froze and then fixed itself. Okay, Richard, it's your turn. Alcamino just cut him down and it ran over to finish the job on the last one, adding to his tally.
Yeah. I will walk over here, and I will, because it's blurred. I don't even know which has the higher chance. +5 or 13. These 50-50 or +5 on Eldritch Blast. I'll Sacred Flame it.
I think 50-50 better.
You think?
Definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Sacred Flame's better.
Actually, probably not better.
Well, they got like 13 AC, right? So it's you need an 8 on a disadvantage. Or
But his
50-50.
attack was like a D10 plus his charisma, or 1D8 for this, which just seems like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ooh, but it does fail this, so it takes a 3 damage.
And the con save.
Yeah, the con save. These things are pretty good at the con save, though, so I wouldn't get your hopes up. There you go. It passes.
Fucking +1.
Azaka goes to
Fucking con
swing at it again. But she is blurred, so her first attack misses. Her second attack also misses. And it's now notices a new looking. It looks, you could look kind of like a fish, and you know it's a bird, so it goes to attack you. Also, it doesn't seem to have it doesn't seem to be having much luck with Azaka. Beak attack on you, 14.
It's
3 damage.
Yeah.
Second one, 15 hits for another 3 damage. I'm consistent.
Like blunts its beak.
Zeno, your turn.
Amazing pectorals.
How hurt does it look?
About half.
About
About half.
It's half hurt.
What are his wounds like, DM?
It looks pretty wounded. It looks pretty wounded. If you got a really good swing, maybe you could take it down.
But it's still blurry, right?
Yes. This
Motherfucker.
one has never.
Well, okay. I will use my hidden step and disappear from the view for a moment.
Whoa!
Being next to it and smacking it
Whoa!
without disadvantage, bitch.
Whoa! Yeah. Okay. Well, normally
Wow.
you missed.
Wow.
Unfortunately done.
Like-
But like you vanish and just like appear like the ninja move where like air shimmers and you appear like 20 feet closer and just like go to hit it with the hammer. Sadly not a bit.
Damn.
Sky, your turn. They're all crowded.
Can't roll good.
You could easily hit Zeno in the back and no one would ever know you don't play.
The arrow would probably.
He was invisible when I loosed the
Oh.
arrow. It's just unlucky.
I'll find
Oh,
a
okay.
position where I'm less likely to hit Zeno.
Okay.
Take the shot.
Okay. Not that much less likely based on that, but okay. Oh, nice, you hit. Yeah, you got that accuracy with the longbow. Or
can I
you, I
say?
mean, you hit it,
If only I pulled the string back harder, so they did damage.
and then you lose accuracy. So
Yeah, exactly.
But it makes a Constitution save. Ooh.
Fails.
I had to check its
Yes!
modifier, which is nothing. Yeah, it fails and it loses the symbol. Alcamino, it's your turn. It has stopped shimmering. The bird is vulnerable. Repeat. The bird is vulnerable.
Alright. If I remove the other birds on my tridents as a bonus action, do I gain advantage to strike?
Definitely not.
Let's
You
add
should be
the-
having a disadvantage this whole time.
Alright. Considering I have no sharpie points left, I will, as a bonus action, remove the birds from my trident. And then I will strike.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh
You
shit. I
sadly,
took-
the birds maybe helping more than you realize.
Yeah, I mean, now the balance is all off, like the way
Yeah,
I,
exactly. You were used to the training weights, and now you've removed them. Your swing goes.
I just like go way over. Yeah.
The tree falls over. Like
Richard, your turn.
And finally, I will Eldritch Blast and hopefully hit something.
Ooh.
Nice, yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
And that should be plus my charisma because I
That's
have
plus your
nothing.
charisma. Okay,
Yeah,
then
so
yeah,
it's plus three.
you can do that in your catch.
Antagonizing.
And,
Yeah,
birds.
I forgot that.
Yeah, you just hit it hard in the chest with this solid beam of light, I guess, it's for you, not shadow, right? And it drops dead to the ground. And now you are just littered by shining birds, but the sounds of all their screams and the squawks have ended, and you're just left again with the sound of the jungle.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How edible does it look?
Pretty damn edible. Like it looks like a big crane, you know.
And my 13 nature check doesn't say anything about them being toxic or like inhabiting their evil spirits when you eat them, anything like that.
I mean, they were sort of reincarnations of evil, but like there was never anything about
They're
you eating them,
physical
you never making them
bodies.
evil. Nothing
Yeah.
about that. No.
All right, I say to the party, we shall not need to hunt tonight.
I rush up to Zeno, like, Zeno, are you okay?
I'll be good.
I can see daylight through you. Look! I like point out the biggest hole. Where you got crit for like the 25.
Jesus, yeah.
Like, okay, hang on, we gotta wrap these up. And like, I help Zeno tend to his wounds.
Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, you helped him get all bandaged up, and he's looking like he's not going to bleed out anytime too soon.
I also think we should take a short rest. Let's rest here so
I
Zeno
agree.
can feel better.
I agree.
Okay, like nods.
I start getting a
That
fire
was
going.
the most dangerous fight.
Are you okay? Okay, you seem to have. You took some hits, did you know?
So are you asking Azaka?
Yeah.
She kind of knows. She's like, I'm alright. I managed to escape the worst of the blows.
And like, does she seem to be hurt at all? Like,
I mean, you can see like rips in her clothing and stuff, but you can't actually see any. Like, you see blood from like something, but like whether or not it's exactly her blood or the creatures, you're not sure. But like, you don't see any open wounds.
Like there's blood around on the. where
I mean,
the-
it blood
there's
like
a
basically
wound
all over the
underneath.
cloak. She was like slashing it and it was all over
Yeah,
her
yeah.
sword, but you don't see any open wounds. No.
Cool.
You kind of Okay. Yeah, you guys are taking a short rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
She's kind of like gathering up all the bodies and like putting them in like a pile.
I'm just gonna use my cute ones myself.
As I count, I fired 6 arrows. How many of those can I recover?
I would collect a couple. Oh, yeah.
There's no rule for this in all 5 years.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
yeah, this doesn't work, Jacko. Remember?
What?
I just give them like I just
Oh,
normally
yeah.
like,
It gives you a D4.
I was
This isn't-
wondering.
I'm
At the
not
end of
going on
the
anything
end
here,
of the
but I just-
battle, no, it says at the end of the battle you can recover half your expended ammunition by taking a
Half,
minute to
okay.
search. So
Okay.
yeah, half.
It's D8 for
Yeah, you guys are all getting D4s. So you're gonna have to do this.
1D.
I always just roll a D, however many arrows they have, and say that's how many they get back, or how many they roll.
Now we know the
D8
official
plus
rules. Basically.
1.
I feel like mine's better though.
Yeah, it's more interesting.
Same
definitely.
average.
Oh, okay. I'm actually not gonna
Okay.
use the other one then.
I'll do yours in the future.
Up to full HP.
The disadvantage, nature, no, survival. 10. Okay,
Sorry, what is this one?
this is for my check to gather wood and make a fire.
Jamie, I'm not using a hit dice. Also, my hit
Because
dice.
I've never used wood before to make a fire.
How would you normally
Okay.
make a fire?
Healing light is
Magic.
rest.
I see.
Yeah, and
Okay.
obviously
was imagining
after the fight,
seaweed
I'm starting
pies.
to detecting magic again. FYI.
So you're just literally constantly casting that. Okay,
Yeah, essentially
essentially.
every 10 minutes.
Okay. Cool.
As you're doing that, I say, no, that's fine.
Oh yes, you guys. kinda
I
all
would
rest
collect
now.
a couple of talents from them, by the way.
Okay, yeah, you can just rip them out with their claws, no problem. As you're kind of like doing that and you guys all packing up, it's like, Zaka's like, perhaps we should check their huts. It's possible they may have food or other treasure. I know they are often stealing from explorers and the like.
Makes sense. Let's go have a look. See, I open the door very gingerly. Open my
Yeah, so
bow.
you like peek in. It's just basically like just more shelter than anything else, and a place to like keep food or stuff safe from the elements.
Nice. What are they keeping safe?
Yeah, you 3 of you can roll a D100.
3 of us can.
So who are the first 3 people to roll D100? That's the ones I'll take.
Rolling 100.
Richard does not get anything. Richard tried to cheat the system.
No.
Okay.
I fucking
No, you.
I rolled 100.
Mennos rolled 100. Woo! No, Richard, you
Aw.
too slow. There were 3 rules before you. So Dino and Sky, amongst your searching, you are unable to find anything. Alcamenos, during yours, you find.
No, I wouldn't
The
actually.
holy-
Be let's
Come
The soulmonger.
The soul longer, you just
This is so funny, but this is the chances is so the item itself is so funny, but you guys will recognize it. You find like I'm trying to think from you. What experience do you have with like magic?
I can sense that he found it because
Quite
I.
a bit.
you found it.
Like a
You
lot
see
of
him
our
find it.
society is centered around like shamans and rangers and like magic users.
Okay, for you find
so-
that it appears to be a wand to you, and as he like kind of looks and he's looking through this thing, and yeah, you are constantly detecting magic, Richard. You do see this, and I'm gonna show you the picture, and it says what it is, but you guys would recognize the picture anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I
You're
have a
tuned to it.
feeling I know
We've
it.
seen a wand before in Curse of Strahd.
Yes, I actually knew
What are
it.
the chances
I
that
fucking
it
knew
was
it.
the same thing?
fucking knew it.
Almost like it was 1 in 100. My God, those odds was funny. Yeah, so Zeno couldn't find anything. Sky, you also unable to, but you find this apparent wand amongst their food, and they have like just random like clothes and stuff, and they may have taken from other people, but nothing that really looks of all interest apart from this.
I hold up the wand and I say, "I believe this to be a weapon," and stand back. And I
It's
aim the
definitely
wand
magical.
at a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Try and use it.
We'll open up. You can feel like the magic pulse through it, but it doesn't seem to have any effect that you can discern.
I say, no, you're supposed to drive it through the heart of a vampire with a big hammer. I've seen them before.
I see.
It's
powerful
magical
artifact
in nature,
nonetheless.
at very least. Does anyone have any experience handling magical weapons, magical items?
Azarka shakes her head. He's like, myself at least, no.
I saw someone do it once, I say, sort of hesitatingly. Didn't look that hard.
Well,
He just kind of pointed it
Nothing
and
to
it
lose.
went.
well,
Only-
then they might have used magic to detect what it was. I use detect magic to see like what
School
nature
it
and
is?
stuff it is. Yeah,
I would
schools.
say this is an enchantment.
Divination. Oh.
It's an enchanted item, therefore enchantment.
Divination makes sense.
The divination would actually make sense.
Yeah,
What is
it's
normal to
enchanted.
detect traps and stuff? Isn't there a spell for that?
Yeah,
Detect
there's
traps.
a spell called Detect Traps. Yeah.
This makes much too much sense. It's definitely enchantment. Fine, this is what I detect
It's like
traps.
any magic item you find, it's enchanted.
I was planning on doing it, Chris. There isn't detect traps, apparently. Detect swords, a divination master. There was a detect traps.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't
but
have
but it's
spells.
only like bars or something like Detect Traps. Find traps is it? Maybe that's what's
Yeah, fine traps. Or
Fine traps, what's
That's
that?
divination.
Second level divination. Yeah.
Alright, this can be divination. Yeah,
Okay.
it seems to be the divination school. You think it's enchanted with divination. There you go. So enchanted with the first thing you got.
May I give it a try? And I like reach out to.
I look confused, but there are no vampires nearby.
To figure out what it actually does.
I thought it was a weapon. It's wooden and it's short stick. It's for killing vampires, no?
Your logic is true, but I hold it to Richard.
Okay, I try. It's Arcana, right?
To do what?
Isn't there a way to?
You have to like you do a short rest with it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you need to be something special to?
No, anything in a short rest can like attune to a magic object and like learn its properties.
Okay. Yeah. I would probably need some time to do this.
Oh, for the
if
next
we are-
rest then, since we just took one.
Yes.
Or you can do it while we row, but we should get the boat back in the water. I suppose there's not much point now in carrying it around.
True. Let us be off then if there's nothing else of interest here.
I give it another glance in. Does there seem to be anything else?
No.
No.
But
Any
you can
food?
see it. Seems to be everything. What's that?
Any food?
There's some like there's some like kind of fish.
Nice. Score.
Not very much, but yeah, a little bit.
Take the fish.
Okay, cool. You take the fish. You can have that for dinner as well as the bird. Are you actually like skinning and butchering the bird?
One.
Yes.
Yes, like all of them.
Fish.
But that's a lot of meat to go
No,
fancy
one of
before
them.
like. Okay,
So-
enough for dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, you can have done that short rest. You've got a few chicken breasts. Got it. Got it. Good protein right there. Yeah, and you guys go back out onto the water.
And I would, instead of taking my turn of rowing, I would take an hour to do that. To check what kind of one that is.
Yeah,
I
we'll
may.
pretend that's a short rest. Sure.
Like, it would make sense. because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just-
You can choose.
Yeah.
You can choose to take a short
Yeah,
rest.
I
up
mean,
there. Yeah,
Richard-
and you learn what it says in the handout about it.
Okay.
I'm just imagining
It's actually
Richard on
pretty
the.
handy when traveling like this, is that
Yeah.
we can travel whilst with
Yeah.
one person takes short rest.
Just imagining
Sweet.
Richard on a canoe, like as a tourist, with like a hat and sunglasses.
The life.
I help row, but like occasionally I skip a stroke to take a bite of fish.
It was raw at the time, but I
Yeah.
don't know if you care about that because. Like...
I mean, I'm a cat person. Like,
Oh yeah, you're a cat person. You are tabaxi. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, yeah. So you guys continue traveling, and yeah, you kind of eat lunch on the go, I guess, as you can do with like your rations and any like food you cooked last night. And yeah, at the end of the day, you have made progress. However, as I said, there was a bit of a problem with the exact following the river precisely,
The actual progress.
the actual progress. So, because I think it's so dumb how you could literally go off in any direction, I'm gonna say that unfortunately, due to the like going back and trivia and stuff, you continue along the river and you think you've gotten back up a bit, but unfortunately, you've only gone 1 hex a day instead of 2.
the
Damn.
sadness. Oh
So-
well.
So you
I
kinda
would
have-
obviously explain what the wand actually does.
Okay.
So we are definitely at the end of a day, right? Or something long rest time shit? Or
You are it. Yeah, I mean, you've finished canoeing for the day. It's starting to get dark. You are beginning to set up camp here. Anything you want to do, or
no,
saying that? Okay,
so I know. Remember,
Oh, okay,
remember
yeah.
everything we're doing.
sure. Yeah, this
Wait,
is the
so-
end of the
It's
third day.
It's the
by the way.
trap detecting one, right? That's what it.
Yeah,
Secret
traps
doors and
and
stuff.
secret
Yeah, yeah.
doors.
Traps and secret doors.
And Richard has it. I mean, Long made fantastic use out of it, so don't mind what I mean.
I used it once and then we all died.
Okay, so that's the end of the third day. Yeah, and you all set up for watching everything. It's all fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's actually quite nice. It's an A rain tonight, but luckily there was quite a lot earlier in the day, so you managed to have a little bit while you set up camp. So you will still have a pleasant night's sleep. Yeah,
No-
and
No
What's
con
that?
save for the chicken.
no,
Okay, cool.
you cook it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, no salmonella. Yeah, it seems fine. It seems fine. And yeah, you all go from watch, and again, the night passes without too much.
Okay.
Problems.
Is there any point of rolling charges for the wand? Or does it only lost
You
at one
used
charge?
one, and it's got
Yeah.
to be getting at least one, so no, it's fine.
They weren't getting a lot of use out of it.
They went flying around constantly.
Or
using
just
it.
more they could just feel that it was magic and worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys.
As okay, sorry, this is like slight retcon, but I think it's too bad because I could just do it this morning actually.
Yeah.
I want to ask, or like at some point in these rests or whatever, I want to talk to Azaka more and like discover more of like the legend about these evil spirit birds. Which, like, I don't know if there is much more legend, but if she has more to say, I want to find out about it and write it down.
Yeah, she'd say no. She kind of like she looks like I am no expert. I've encountered them once or twice before. They are simply quite intelligent, evil creatures. I think the stories about them being reincarnations of humans is just I don't know how the common people see them. They
I see. So it's not an established fact. It's more of a superstition.
I believe so. I've never heard any facts to say about it.
And you
I
believe
don't
it
know.
not to be true?
Personally, no. I don't think the gods are like that, but that is just my own belief.
They wield magic.
Yes,
That means they are not merely a bird.
They are not a normal bird, no. They are intelligent creatures. I mean, your friend here is a cat, but he is no normal cat, no? You are a fish, but not a normal fish. They are birds, but not normal
I-
birds.
No fish.
And they are no bird.
Nurse grumble.
Okay, she thinks, what else? She kind of thinks, I know they lay eggs. They are often quite, I think, almost treasure hunters, almost like some birds I know hunt shiny things, perhaps similar. But I know nothing of their culture.
Okay, thank you very much. Been very explanatory.
She's
I
like,
feel like finishing writing it all dutifully.
she's like, you're welcome. It's not often the people I guide are quite so interested in the creatures themselves. It's more just
Really?
how to kill them.
Then why do they come here?
Treasure mainly.
I shrug. I suppose each to their own. I love nothing more than to learn about the local superstitions and religious rumors.
Kind of nods. Like I see,
Evil
it's an
spirits.
interesting hobby. And,
I think so. I say, sort of, humbly,
yeah,
or sort of,
yeah.
chin down.
Okay, and yeah, you guys. So you said you did that in the morning, maybe or at night. It doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, like at some point since we.
Yeah. Okay, and next day you guys continue on the river. She gets another check to see if she finds the way a bit better today. Okay. Yeah, and you guys continue on going. Anyone want to do anything? Oh, okay. Man, that's a lot of random account. Okay. Yeah, you guys do any. So you guys
level a lot.
It's exciting.
So you told everyone about the wand, yeah?
Yeah.
You've done that. Okay, cool.
It's not for killing vampires.
Damn
Oh yeah.
But it
So
can be
it's made
used.
out of wood, so you might be able to use it for that.
And it's a magical weapon, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, if you stab a
I-
vampire with wand or something.
Does that count as a?
I would rule it as such.
Yeah. As you guys are going along the river, or along the shore, basically in an open area, where you're assuming it's you can see the sun. Today it's a bit rainy, but it's like a light rain. The sun is still bright, so it kind of outweighs it. You see a huge snapping turtle. Just kind of like sunning itself on the side. Well, I say huge, it's actually large. But, for a turtle, that's pretty huge. Like 12 feet big. It looks
That's
like.
a
This is like
turtle.
yeah. This is like maybe like 150 feet away. It was like as you kind of turned around a little bend in the river. It's kind of just like sunning itself on the bank. And yeah, do you Azaka again? Like she stops paddling for a minute. She looks like she's thinking again, like kind of.
Is the shell shimmering?
Not that you can notice. There's a slight glint off the sunlight, but shimmering
So-
itself seems a bit strong.
Is it blurry?
Not very much. Not very blurry, no.
Yeah. Though I have heard that turtles might be quite delicious, I'd rather not fight this bigger one.
She's like, no, and snapping turtles as well are normally quite aggressive. If we go too close, I would not be surprised if it tries to take a snap at us.
Oh yes, I heard about these in a place called. I check my notes. Oh, Snapping Turtle Bay. But we're nowhere near there, are we?
She kind of thinks, it's like, no, from what I've never been there, but I hear it's on quite the far side of the island. She kind of, she's kind of like basically stopped rowing at all now, so you're basically just kind of like drifting a little bit in the water.
Sure.
She's like, if we don't wish to anger it again, I would suggest perhaps taking a short detour around. Perhaps dragging the canoe a little on the land, if you don't mind. Otherwise,
How wide is the river?
Mm,
Like, how far would we pass it if we passed it like the maximum distance and just stayed in the canoe?
imagine a normal river. I'm bad at rebalancing it in feet.
Just do meters first. No.
Think in meters and convert.
Yeah, I'm really balancing it in meters.
is there a
But it's
distance
like
you're good
feet
at
times
thinking of?
three. It's like times 3 for feet.
How many miles wide is it?
No, don't be silly. Like this isn't a huge river.
Yeah, I mean, the answer could be.
How many
points.
Niles
One,
miles?
Like,
How many Swedish miles is?
I don't even like you, Jack.
What's a realistic amount? I would say maybe like 20 meters across. That's realistic, right?
So like 60 feet.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Sure.
20,
Yeah. That's
20.
like, I mean, that's like a major river, but not a huge.
Yeah, but this is a major river.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the
Okay.
bits where it goes now is smaller, but this part at least it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
major
sure.
river. That's how you
I
know
say-
for sure you
I
are.
say, okay, so I would say then, I'd say, really, you think we'd still be at risk even if we just passed by on the opposite bank, or near the opposite bank rather?
She kind of says like, you may be right. It is quite far.
Well, if you're the expert,
I think it's unlikely, yes, that it will attack us. But again, it depends exactly on if.
Well, if you advise that we get out and walk, get out and walk. It amazes me that it would be so aggressive. But you know more than I do. I'm not questioning it. I'm just expressing astoundment.
This is a creature I'm familiar with. Were we to slay it, I could provide nice soup.
It looks pretty scary, right?
It's a large thing. It's like
fucking
it looks like it's quite slow and ponderous. You know, it's like a turtle. It's like a big turtle. Like they are. It looks like they have a big jaw.
It would have hurt if it bit you.
I don't know.
Well,
if
not
we
for
can
very
actually-
long, just for a fraction of a second.
Yes, as your life ends. I don't know if we should necessarily provoke it. If Azaka says we should get out and walk, I vote we get out and walk.
Well, if we give it wide berth like you say, and we are fast, we can probably be fast enough to at least not get its attention. But I'm just saying it is never the safest option, is it, to even risk any? Of course, if we go in the jungle, then there could be other threats, perhaps more of them further in. But
Okay, let's row quickly past on the other side then. Everyone row.
Yeah. We
so
all
kind of
have
grab paddle, or you can use your hand, or
Roll
if you
the
really have to,
maximum number of
you can use your
paddles.
trident. It works perfectly.
Extreme paddling.
Yeah, you have like webbed fingers and shit, right? Just like go on either side and go.
Tow us.
No, I can like I can go below it and then just like do it like this as if I'm.
Sit on the back and kick.
No, you give it a wide berth, and yeah, it looks like you were correct that with this much distance, it seems it kind of like raises its head kind of lazily in your direction, but doesn't seem to think it's worth any sort of a chase. So you speedily go on by, and yeah, it's all fine.
Whisper in a loud voice, it would be very tasty.
Yeah, you get like quite a good bonus to your haste stat if you make turtles. Whatever. Yeah, and you guys keep on going. The rest of the day passes without many problems, unless you want to have any conversations nighttime before. Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay. You guys. Oh god, I hate I always accidentally stretch it.
Richard is more interested in admiring the beauty of the jungle than
Yeah,
the
it
people.
is. It's very a mixture of like scary and beautiful. You hear like snarls every so often from like far away and roars, and occasionally will sound like possibly even a dinosaur, but these all sound quite far and distant. You can
a
hear them.
large bird.
Exactly. Yeah, and you guys have camp for the night. It's all pretty fine again. It's the weather today is, let me see, day stuff. You have some light rain in the evening, and that is plenty enough to
collect
to
water.
water skins. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. And yeah, you guys set up watch the same before, and the next day dawns, the fifth day.
I say to Azaka, this morning I ask her, how many more days do you think we'll be able to row for before we'll have to get out and walk to Firefinger?
I think if we make good progress tonight, it may be best to
Walk tomorrow morning.
Finish exactly. We can set up camp slightly more inside the jungle and prepare for our walk.
Well, let's hope for good progress then.
Okay. Yeah. So next day, she does a navigation thing again. Okay. Yeah. And encounter rules, my favorite. Okay. Yeah. So you guys making good progress. You have lunch. Again, nothing. No one really doing anything of interest, right?
No.
We're just kind of chilling. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go around the river, and what are people's passive perception?
13.
Like 9,
14.
15.
11.
Ooh, shit.
Sorry. Everyone go through that again.
11, 13, 14, 15. Jacko being
Who's
11.
got 11? Okay. So including Azaka, everyone. Hey, what are you gonna put you on this
We're
map?
back
A
on-
navigator without
We're back on the
perception.
map.
No,
boys.
everyone except for Azaka notices. I mean, no, sorry, everyone including Azaka,
Okay.
apart from
What?
Jacko. So I phrased
Everyone but Jacko, okay.
Everyone but Jacko. But I wanted to include Azaka to say that she is one of everyone in this
Yes,
case.
okay.
I drew this circle, Chris, and I cannot fucking delete the one on the bottom, and I'm so confused about how this happened.
You have
You
to,
can
you
sometimes
have
zoom
to
right
get the
in.
whole thing.
I know
You're on the
zoom
wrong
right in.
layer.
Yeah.
You're on the wrong
No,
layer.
I
Like
just
the
proved it
background.
if I put it on the wrong layer. Wait, I have to zoom right in.
Yeah, if you zoom right
Or-
in.
Yeah,
or
that
you
works.
can grab
That
the
works.
whole-
Yeah.
I have to zoom right in.
Sometimes things are hard to click.
Okay, so you guys are like in the canoe. I'm gonna do a brief thing. It's just like you guys obviously have to share spaces when you're in the canoe, but it's not actually like you're not using you don't get a whole 5 foot fucking square to yourself. Just
Yeah,
let's say,
yeah,
That's
you
just
look
bullshit. Of course we do.
kind- Yeah, you're right. 10 feet wide canoe, big boy canoe. So you guys are doing this, and moments before this happens, the rest of you hear basically a quite like loud thrashing in the water underneath
no, it's a
your
crocodile.
feet. And
Piranhas.
you all kind of hear like a snarl, and you can basically you okay. I bet this way. You guys can basically see the kind of nose of what appears to be a crocodile basically in the water as they appear to like kind of like
They?
Exit.
surface, not like necessarily attack, but like surface.
Well, we
And
don't know if it's a he or
everyone-
a she, so that's the thing.
And so everyone is not surprised except for Jacko, who is surprised. Surprise round it means that person doesn't get a turn in the combat,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, there's no hand out for crocodiles. In case you
Are
didn't know
we
what
are
they
we
look like.
are we rowing like right out? I assume like in the middle of the like there's no banks nearby.
There's no banks right there. You go in the middle because it's
Yeah, yeah.
fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
But no,
guys.
It'd be slowest because we're rowing against the current, but whatever.
Yeah, but the current makes no difference in this world. And there's like, there's less rocks. Is that good enough reason?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good reason.
Yeah, nice. And let me drag them onto the map. Wait, do I not get a token for these?
We definitely do.
If only I was level 3.
Definitely do. Is it? Oh, it's a miscellaneous creature. Oh, they're big though. I didn't realize how big crocodiles were.
Ah!
It's the dinosaur crocodiles, whatever.
Yeah,
But
it's-
if
they
they line
need
up,
it.
I can run along their backs to get to the bank, right?
That is really.
Let's
Oh,
pretend
you
they're
put them north
lords.
How many are there, Ian?
There are Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V.
Of course, that's 4 of them. And there's not 5 of them this time
There
around.
are 4 crocodiles,
One
and
for each of us.
they basically you kind of see them surface all around.
Oh, they're
the-
surrounded us, guys! They're surrounded
And they're all
us!
kind of just surface in the water. They're actually like wait, they're even closer. Like they're like
Ah.
basically almost underneath the canoe.
Ah,
Okay, yeah, you guys all roll initiative.
ah,
Hmm.
ah. I don't want to go first. I don't want to provoke this.
And if any of you guys want to know anything about crocodiles beyond what you might know as normal people, you can roll nature. Well, I think you might know more as normal people than the
Yeah,
information about
probably.
crocodiles. So like,
Don't
Ah.
get dragged down into the water. It's fine.
Don't
So-
know.
Except if you're on command.
Don't let them
Yeah.
grab you with mouth and roll. This is
Yeah.
death. They rip your limbs off.
okay, so Alcamendos, unfortunately, you are surprised. You're just kind of going along. You're like, "This is a great day rowing," and then suddenly, like, there's thrashing around you, and everyone else at the party is like, "What?" And you're just like,
No, he sees them and he doesn't even register them as hostile for a second. Like,
"Okay."
he's like, you know,
sure.
he's like,
You
I
can
have
do
one
it
of
like
those
that.
back
These
rooms.
logs. What? This is very
Oh, yes,
interesting.
dog.
Logs of wood.
Dogs of the sea.
No, those are sea dogs.
Okay, Richard, it's your turn. So you basically
Okay.
see them just like start to like poke out the water, and they look like they're getting ready to.
So as much as I can, I will put distance away from this one in the canoe. Like
Just like cats. Sit down, you rock in the boat.
You're gonna get them a distance from it as you can.
You
There's
jump in
really
the
a lot of
water.
space
You
to
can
walk
see
around.
that.
with.
Yeah, you can see that
Yeah,
also.
I know.
You can see it probably is also like almost within range to bite you. So if you move, it might have an attack opportunity.
Can I draw the canoe?
What's that? Yeah, draw
Yes,
the
you
canoe.
can.
Draw the canoe. That'd be good, and then I can keep that on other
Let me
maps.
brown.
Oh, dude, they're playing a canoe ride in 5e.
Don't forget
That's
that.
definitely a token.
I forgot that
Wait,
was
is
a
that in attack of opportunity range? Fuck's sake.
Of course
You
you
got
are.
The Gatling gun, the torpedoes. Don't forget, all the important.
Well,
parts.
Okay.
We have so much space, guys.
Are you sure? No, do you want to use Jacko's or mine?
I don't want to use the banana. I want to use the canoe, not the banana.
Hey guys, all you guys get in the canoe. Arrange yourself in the canoe.
I'm arranged.
Okay, but move your characters if you want to move slightly in how you're sitting. Yeah, go inside Azaka. She'll take that.
But I was like outside the fucking canoe to begin with. So.
Okay. She's like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you
okay,
can't
so-
really get. I mean, they're pretty big and they have big jaws. Like,
Okay.
I don't know where. I mean, you see the canoe. I'm not sure exactly where you're trying to get in it.
Yeah, there isn't a square in this canoe that isn't in attack range of one of the crocodiles.
Yeah,
What you can do is you go
I mean,
prone.
wait, I'm gonna look at other canoes while you guys do that. Yeah, you decide what to do.
This is a perfect canoe. This is exactly how it should be.
I can go prone and just shoot fucking.
I don't like this one, yeah.
You like that one? Okay, fine.
Anyway, so if I'm in attack range, I can't do anything about it. I will hex this one.
Okay,
Ooh.
that just happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happens.
Mhm.
Turns into a frog, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately.
0-1 with Tom.
And if I Eldritch Blast, I will have disadvantage because I'm in attack range.
Yes.
So.
So you can take it, flame it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sacred flame it.
Ian.
But they were friendly
my God.
crocodiles.
Okay, so it's 13. Yeah, they made no aggressive action. That's what I'm saying. Oh, these ones are bad. Okay,
Okay, so we blame Richard. We blame Richard.
you hex it first, right?
Yeah,
so
I
that
hex it
takes
first.
8
So it's
damage.
gonna-
Wow, max damage. Okay.
Yeah, and then 1d6, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
You
1d.
can set this up, buddy.
Yeah. Like hex should have an attack for blower.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, use the light. The light descends on it, and it looks gravely wounded, and it like a rah!
Bravely wounded.
Gravely wounded.
Yeah, gravely is a strong word, but as you know, you
It
do some
takes,
crocodiles.
it
boy.
takes 12 damage.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. I said, did I
Gravely
not? I went
Yeah, I think he was saying indignantly to Tom more than you.
Yeah, be indignant to Tom. All
Tom
the
who
time.
Tom who doubted the severity of the wounds.
Bastard.
I would
And I'm gonna make it like bad at strength checks.
Bad as
That
strength.
could be a
check.
good one. That could
Oh,
be a
Okay.
good one.
Yeah, swimming is athletics. It drowns.
I didn't know. Better roll for that. Add the plus 20 to swim.
This isn't Pathfinder, Ian.
Yeah.
I will toll the dead on this hurt crocodile.
Cool, yeah. Go into it.
Boing.
Boing
DC
boing.
13 wisdom. They're pretty wise, so crocodiles. I can't see your
Okay,
rules still, Tom.
I think
you should refresh and
something
do
is
it.
fucky.
Yeah,
I think
do
I think
refresh.
something is fucky here.
What? But it was working before. Did you change it?
Well,
passes,
I
passes,
did
Tom,
open the
passes,
settings,
it
man.
passes,
no,
it passes,
yeah, I
Tom,
did.
passes.
Yeah, no, but previously I pressed on the spell. Well, that's a 12 thing on. I pressed on the spell thing, and I've put it on the on the first page on the thingies. Maybe it needs to have this. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna test it.
Okay,
Let's see.
yeah, do that.
No, never mind. This still doesn't work. This is very.
Yeah, we're telling Potrack how easy it was. Okay, so while Tom figures out, this crocodile kind of goes like a half underneath
Okay.
the boat with its like body and like kind of like thrashes up as if it's trying to capsize the canoe.
Bastard.
And
But
it
we're heavy
makes
boys.
It makes a strength check.
Hmm.
Which is not the one that.
No, the one I hexed.
No,
is
it however the canoe kind of shakes back and forth, but doesn't seem to capsize. There's quite a lot of weight in it, and that's its turn. However, this one tries also.
Bitch, get off.
It's like you can't do it, boy. I'm better. It's not better. It's literally
It
not better.
misses the canoe.
Just
It's not
whenever
better.
Ian makes a
Exactly.
claim, like immediately the dice say otherwise.
It's not better. This one fucks up capsizing the boat. So no. This one is, like they were organized. This one expected the other two to do
They
this.
were organized.
No, I'm trying to think. Like, no, it would definitely try to capsize it. But they just all try and do that.
Yeah, makes
So this
sense.
one tries again. This one works. This one kind of like goes underneath properly, reaches the whole body, and the canoe just like flips. And like you guys are all just
Yeah,
like
we should have
top.
a save
I
for this,
use
so
my
let's be able
canoe
to-
skills to.
I mean, you can't have a save to see if the canoe doesn't flip. Like, what? Like you were for like why the canoe?
Hey, we can like push it down. She's like, you're like, no.
How it works? What do you?
Post strength check.
With your
Yeah.
weight,
If you're like on a, I've been in a situation. If you're like on a thing in a swimming pool, like on a lilo or something, and someone's trying to flip it over, you could definitely move your weight around to stop them from trying to flip you over.
I agree.
Fortunately, it
it's
doesn't
the
work in this
science.
instance.
Oh, what a shame.
Fortunately, it doesn't
Yeah, but
work.
I use my sick acrobatics, so as it rolls over, I just run on it and end up standing upside down.
This is not part of Caribbean, man.
Oh, you can do acrobatics if you want to try that.
Nice.
It's gonna be like a DC 20. Oh, that's close. Close.
Close,
having
but
a
no
disadvantage
cigar.
as well.
If only you had
last
less.
second.
Okay. Sky, your turn. You are now in the water. You just like are capsized. The boat is basically kind of like above your head. Yeah.
Above my head. So like, I would say it's like caving, and I'm like inside. It's like a bubble of air, and we're sort of all underneath it.
Whether or not everyone's underneath.
Okay,
No,
but
I guess
I
when
am.
you get thrown from the boat. Yeah, you're underneath.
I feel like yeah, okay.
I don't know
Very
actually how it
arbitrary.
works. You get
I feel like
thrown.
normally you end up next to it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You would end up next
yeah.
to
I
it.
feel like
But
it's
it's just
upside
really
down.
awkward. There's not room. All right, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna move you all like kind of where you land.
I could just fall
If you
out
stay
here, like,
perfectly in it as it capsizes, you would like be in the middle.
This is
Yeah.
fine. You all end up in these spaces.
How deep is this river?
Deep enough that it's like you look down. I don't know if it's
If
like
it's like 20 meters wide, it's gonna be like pretty.
it's pretty deep. Like I
Well,
don't
it
even
doesn't
think you
have
see.
to be pretty deep.
It is pretty deep. It is pretty. It is pretty deep. Like if you look like these things, I'm like maybe. Man, I really hate feet. I hate like real world things like this.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
10 meters?
10 meters deep. Ooh, yeah,
That's.
I think
feels
that
right.
makes
if it's
sense.
20 meters across, 10 meters seems a bit deep.
I think
That's way too deep.
Like 5
No,
meters.
it was oh yeah, 60 feet across. How much is 5 meters in feet?
15 feet. That's pretty deep. It's like way deep in the deep end of most pools. That's like
I'm going. It's 20 feet deep.
okay. That makes sense. How much action is it, or movement, or whatever, to pull myself on top of the like upside down canoe, like onto the bottom of the canoe? That's
Pull
now on the top?
yourself. Oh,
Like,
so
climb,
like,
climb
try to
out of
climb
the water.
onto.
I have
onto-
claws.
You have a climb speed technically, well, right? Or do you not?
I don't think I have a climbing thing.
You don't? Okay.
No, I have claws though.
I'd say that will require like.
Oh no, yeah, climbing speed 20 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, like it's really easy. You can basically like.
Just
put
wing
something-
canoe,
it's not like
right?
a strength to climb up. You're just like putting
Yeah.
claws and getting up. Yeah, it's just. I'll say like difficult terrain, but apart from that, it's fine.
Okay, so yeah, I like pull myself up on top, shake a little bit, like fumble to get my scimitars out, and then sorry, I guess I'll be in like this space now where I just was. Stab down at this one.
Slash.
But yeah, slash.
Slash.
Also, in terms of your belongings, you would all just kind of kept them probably like
In a
in the
bag.
canoe.
Well, I'm imagining like backpacks are like not like submerged waterproof, but like badly splashed waterproof, and like if they were like tied into the canoe, like if it's upside down, it probably
I'm
starts a
assuming
pocket
you
of
were
air.
like stupid about them.
So like anything that wasn't just lying loose is probably,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
was in a
that's what I was
backpack at
thinking,
least. It's
exactly.
probably okay.
It's only like any loose items, so, like you go kind of not always the smooth water, and there's always a chance the boat sinks and stuff. So yeah, you wouldn't like.
Yeah.
No, my chicken.
Chicken might be at least a bit watery. Alright, Sky.
He doesn't
You
mind.
take a slash at one of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the one that's like now I'm on shore-ish footing. I'll attack the one next to me. So scimitar 14.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. For 8.
Okay, yeah, you do a good slash into its
And
belly.
then offhand scimitar 14
Yeah, that
again.
hits. That's
For 1.
a little nick with the offhand. Okay.
And then how hurt does it look?
Fairly hurt. You've done a good chunk of its HP.
Okay. No, I'll save the action side.
Mhm.
Just because it resets on a short rest doesn't mean I have to use it on the first turn of every combat.
Alright, this one, as
Why
is
not?
being
You fool.
submerged. And who's the one who hit this one? It was no, it was
It
Richard.
was Richard.
Richard.
It was Richard. Excellent work. It goes to bite into Richard.
I'm sure crocodiles don't do very much damage.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah,
Oh, look
that
at
hits.
That's not
Wait.
too much damage.
No, so you take
And
6
bite another
damage.
target,
You
look at that.
are restrained. So I'm going to give you a little symbol, Richard, which can be like
You're,
this one.
What does restrain do again?
You can't do shit.
Okay.
Is it that what restrained does? I think
Restrained
that's what
5. Yeah, restrained's the bad version of grappled.
Yeah, it's like restrained.
So
You can't do shit on,
restrained is your speed becomes 0s and it can't benefit from any bonus of speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Your own attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Yeah. Also,
but
you make
right
it. You
now,
need to make a concentration. Yeah, concentration. Oh, that passes. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Akonos, your turn. You are now in the water. You're home. They've brought you back.
Yeah, it's whatever.
The fools.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm just good, just kind of like, oh, well, that was kind of annoying, but whatever. But then I see Richard like getting like grappled, and then wow, for crocodile, and I'm like, no, and I will rage, and I will provoke and move over here.
Provoke from
Ooh.
you.
Well, yeah, like yeah.
Well, yeah. 6.
This-
This is 20. So this one, the one on bottom, when you like start to move out of its square, which it's like when you move, right? Yeah, when you try to leave the square. So you get hit and you get grappled, so you can no longer move towards them. So you take 7 damage, which will be half to 3, and you're like stuck there in its teeth.
Right, in that case, I'll swing. Do I have disadvantage because I'm grappled?
Yeah, you're grappled.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can technically reckless. That's an option you have, as a.
Oh shit! Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I will reckless to negate it.
Okay, and it's just on the one. Technically, you could attack the other one, but it's gonna be on the one with this one, right? That bit you. Or not?
Yeah.
No, I think
the one.
all the attack rolls have disadvantage. If you're restrained. Oh no, against the.
And it's a creature.
No, no. Yeah,
The creature's
against
attack
the
rolls,
creature
yeah,
that's
you're just
restrained.
Yeah, but
That
I'm
is
just saying.
restrained.
I'm just saying he could attack the other one if he wanted to, but they're both within range.
Yeah.
But you're attacking the
still
one that's
have this-
fighting you, right?
still-
Yeah. Okay. That hits.
Yeah, nice one.
2 plus 8. You do 10 damage. Yeah, you do a good chunk of HP, and it bites you, and you kind of it tries.
Yeah, guys, I'm starting to think these guys don't have a lot of HP.
The crocodiles, man, they're just normal creatures. You're like fucking slashing them and doing magic fire. They're just crocodile.
They look real scary though.
Richard, your turn. Yeah, they look scary.
Just crocodile.
Richard, your turn. you are restrained by it.
Okay. I've got to check one thing real quick.
Okay.
I'm guessing if a spell is semantic, it would be pretty hard to do.
No, you can.
You can cast a semantic spell.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Because there's different classes of technically someone who's tied up is restrained, but if someone's arms are tied by their side, they probably can cast a somatic spell. Grappled by a crocodile, you still got an arm. You definitely have at least one arm free. So you can still.
It's
The other arm is
how
like
fucked
in
up
its
does
belly.
this crocodile seem to be?
pretty fucked up.
They've bolt. Yeah.
Okay, I will save
Pretty
for damage.
Pretty fucked up.
Splitting our damage real nice.
What save is that? Sorry, Dex.
Dex.
It passes, so it takes no damage.
Fuck.
Fuck, indeed.
Ketchup server, yeah.
Crocodiles, they got mad decks,
The free Dexy.
+0.
Zeno, your turn.
Okay. Now, consider the deepness of this. Is there any difficulty to swimming?
Yeah, I mean, you have to do swimming stuff. Like for instance, what's her name's being held, so he doesn't need to swim. Aquin's also being held, and he has a swimming suit.
Damn.
And Sky is on top of the boat, so he's fine. Swimming's you'll have it's not it's deep, but it's not tough. Wait, what armor do you have, Tom? You have
I have a chainmail.
yeah,
Ooh,
you'll need to.
And I'm heavy by default.
You'll need to do an athletics check to keep yourself floating.
Okay.
So you can roll.
Ah,
I want to look at the actuals for that.
ugh.
10
Why
seems
don't you
fine,
roll-
I think.
I think a 10 will be okay. I want to check if they actually have those.
Mm.
God, I wish I was level.
Where would swimming be?
What's level 3 good for you?
I instead of doing the hex thing, I could have flown 30 feet up in the air.
I mean, that seems pretty useful.
Pretty good, that right? Yeah. Chapter 8. Which is Chapter 8 of the Player's Handbook? Athletics. We never ever end up
When climbing or swimming, each foot of movement costs extra 1 foot (brackets extra 2 feet) in difficult terrain. Because in difficult terrain it normally costs an extra 1 foot, unless a creature has a climbing or swimming speed. So you half
It
speed.
doesn't mention anything about checks.
At GM's option, climbing a slippery vertical surface or one with few handholds. This is just all about climbing, swimming, climbing. Similarly, gaining any distance in rough water might require a successful strength athletics check.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to.
No, you're not trying to get strength. Like you're just trying to keep floating. You didn't roll that badly, so it's fine. You can keep
Not drown.
floating. Yeah, you can not drown exactly. But
But-
what do you? But that's just like
Okay.
passively do that. What are you actually doing on your turn?
Okay. On my turn, I will. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Like, how much sense is me trying to smack it from underground?
You will definitely have disadvantage.
Which is
but
yeah. Which is why I'm like I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually gonna cast inflict wounds. Just attempt to just touch it. Tough.
Okay, on
you
which
know?
one?
On the one that's like above me.
That's
Okay.
also melee attack, right?
Yes, the only one we haven't hurt yet. That's
Yeah, wait, but that's like a touch. Oh, I've ruled that doesn't have disadvantage. It doesn't make any sense for that. Like, it's not you're swinging, not swinging a weapon, right? You're not swinging a
But, like,
weapon from
yeah.
water, right? You're just touching. Like,
Yeah,
grabbing something
sure.
underwater.
by rules, yeah, you would have it, but like that's I'm assuming they're based on like weapon attacks, and that seems to
Yeah, man. Let's not fuck this one up.
even 18.
Ooh,
Okay, yeah,
nice.
you hit. All damage.
Okay. For
Oh
12.
wow, yeah, you touch it, and it seems like you just see past.
Oh, so low.
Decay away.
Now watch as 3 of them take their turns. Action economy's a bitch.
This one on the top tries bite the kitty cat.
Hey man, I tried to focus fire. I was prevented.
I want a boat, motherfucker.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you look, Chris, you're very near to it on the boat.
Yes, like yes, it buys upwards.
Motherfucker.
6, so yeah, look at
Yes.
this because you had the high ground. You had it.
As per is it Shaun of the Dead where they say dogs can't look up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Or is it
yeah,
Hot
it's-
Fuzz?
yeah, it's Shaun of the Dead,
Shaun
Shaun
of
of
the
the
Dead, dogs can't look up, and crocodiles are dogs of the sea. Therefore,
Apparently so.
therefore a
Apparently.
6.
No,
Appa-
but sharks!
therefore a 6. Okay, that one just tries to nod you. This one above you tries to bite you, Xeno. 22.
Yep, of course.
Only 4 damage though.
Yeah, it's getting hit back by
Okay,
thunder.
okay, nice, nice. Ooh, in the water. Ooh, is nah,
Thunder! Thunder!
Oh, it's thunder.
It's just sound waves.
3 damage.
Like all the fish
I rolled
for the
fucking
stuff is
3
stung.
again. I rolled a 3 again on
It
a
fails and takes 3 damage, but seems okay still.
God fucking damn it. What is it? What are these 3s on the 2d8? God damn it.
It
Okay,
seems okay. So.
This
Wait,
one is
wait.
Wait.
Ian, you've been
Yeah.
forgetting someone.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Yeah,
not
again!
Not again.
The DM curse.
She's just so confused by all of this. Someone needs to remind me of this stuff. She's just. Alright, I mean, she can act now, but like I'll roll her initiative. Ooh, nice initiative, Azaka.
She was very surprised.
She was so surprised. But I'll have her act now, and then she can actually get a 20. Well, that's fair.
like the boat hit her on the head as she fell in.
Exactly. She swings at the one that is restraining you, Alcamendos.
Just kills it immediately, right?
You don't have advantage against it, though, does it?
No, it's
No,
not restrained, technically.
No. What's this AC? He just
damn
about
it,
hits
Jen.
it. Yeah, oh no, it's 1 HP. I was gonna say, it's dead. I'm like, wait a
God
second.
damn it, Ian!
But she has a second swing it with the scimitar and misses with the second attack.
Watch this.
And it's with its 1 HP and barely hang on, tries to eat Alchem and
First eat me.
tries biting you until you die and then probably gonna eat you afterwards.
I think if you
but-
die and then still buy
It has
something.
advantage, right? Because you
Yeah, I
are restrained by it,
was.
and you're restrained by it. So 14.
It's
You take 4 damage. These D10s for 2s are pretty bad though, so that's all I'm saying.
Well, I hope they'll stay that
Very
way.
blunt
because-
teeth,
Yeah.
toothed crocodile.
Sky, your turn.
Okay,
about to die.
I'm gonna stab this one. So I'm gonna stab me slash, obviously, because I got a scimitar.
Yep.
Nice.
Misses.
And then I'm gonna slash it with my offhand.
Hits.
Come on, deal
Ooh,
that down.
nice. It's looking very wounded. Lots of blood pouring out of all parts of it.
Very wounded, huh?
Very wounded. Exceedingly so, I would say. Nah, I wouldn't say that actually. Not 1 HP. I only say that.
Yeah, I'll action surge for it, whatever. Yeah? That hit last time, right?
Oh yeah, it hits.
6.
Yeah, that just about cuts it down.
Got him.
Good work. You were
free.
fine. You were just standing on this boat, lording it
It's
over
like, guys,
the
I found their
others.
weakness. They're useless without their blood.
This one is
I'm so
biting
And for
you,
apologies,
and
everybody.
makes another bite with advantage. 20 for 3 damage. These D10s plus
Oh
2
God,
though.
yes!
These D10s plus
I'm
2.
alive. I'm alive.
My gosh. Azaka, that wanders, frantically trying to eat you out, Comendos. She obviously needs to save your life. You're almost dead. And she goes to swing at it, hits, and kills it. Runs over to you.
Swims over. I'm
Swims
guessing.
over to you.
So-
Swimming. You just said it was double movement, right, Chris?
Half
Yeah.
movement.
He's
Yeah.
got no sword
Yeah.
armor. Let me check. Yeah, she
She runs
has.
over, she like pulls herself onto the boat, runs over, jumps into the water on the other side.
Yeah, she doesn't have any of your former armor. The way down. Okay. Yeah, she swims around. Oh wait, she should have disadvantage on the attack roll because she's in the water and she's using a scimitar. One
But it's
second.
natural.
No, wait. She actually misses it with her first attack.
Oh.
But I'm sure she'll go over the second one, so I don't need to like bring the creature back. Ah, damn it! She misses it. Control C,
honest,
Control V.
honest.
An honest mistake.
This one
Nice.
isn't hexed and it's on 1 HP though. You
Okay.
gotta remember that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, concentration is hex.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You pass this, look, watch, easy.
Wait, why
Easy.
am I?
I'm the only one who fails the concentration checks.
I failed last time.
He fails the
Oh,
concentration.
But
But it is your turn, Richard, as you are being eaten by this crocodile.
Yeah.
It's now pretty close to being eaten.
you have to put it back on the initiative order as well, Ian.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna survive.
You're right. I don't remember when it went though.
1.
Okay, whatever.
Somewhere between like 19 and 12.
I will
think,
do
I
that.
think it went before Sky. I'll
Ian?
say it's 14. You'll do that, okay.
Yeah, and
You'll next save for it. Oh man, if it doesn't pass this, it's real dead.
They've got decks though, those crocs.
Let's see. They do have decks.
Can't fucking
So
believe it.
dumb.
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
thanks.
I feel your pain.
We need to
I
stop.
can't
We need
believe
to
it.
stop. We need to stop with the
That's got 0 decks.
It don't work.
I did.
Myself fucking this much HP.
Okay, you have 4 HP. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I did Sacred Flame so many times, Julio. I hit like once in like 10
It's like so hard. This is so hard for me to say there. You should fail like a lot of time. It's your turn. You are still in the claws of this creature.
Claws?
Minimum 9 damage if it
Not claws.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Claws.
the teethy claws. Teethy claws.
Claws. Jaws.
Yeah, no, I got no other play here other than to try and hit it. I'll like try and like
Are you recklessly or? How about you?
yeah, recklessly.
Okay.
And
Well,
as my legs are inside of its mouth, I'll try and like stab it from below.
Ooh, accidentally stab yourself in the legs. I like it.
16
That hits.
for
It's
was
got
it 1
Got
HP,
1
so
HP.
it's-
So you just, comes out the other side.
You've got a
ripped apart.
crocodile.
into my legs.
I didn't need to add it to the turn order. Excellent. Yeah, and you're now just like in the water. You kind of dead bodies kind of around you, but you can swim away if you want or move.
I'll like swim 5 feet below. So if anyone gets dragged down, I can like
So you're
maybe
gonna like
try and
grab
do
Zeno's
something.
feet and scare him. I like it.
Exactly.
Okay. Zeno, your turn.
Okay, on my turn, I will.
Were you grappled by this guy? I can't remember.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well you got hit. But...
Well, yeah, because you've taken damage.
Oh yeah, I got hit. I guess
Yeah,
I got.
yeah.
I'm grappled
Sorry.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to give you the condition.
Yeah. I will Thunder Wave for maximum damage, in a way that I only hit the 2 crocodiles.
Nice. Yeah.
And
that should
Oh.
exists.
Not gonna.
So
Okay.
DC 13 con check.
Yeah, I mean, how is all damage? Well, what's some damage?
Maximum.
Yeah, what
Maximum
is that?
damage.
Yeah, what is that?
16.
16. Okay, then even if they save,
Okay, I'll just click it. I'll
save for half, right?
save for half. Yeah.
Okay, they both just seem to fucking get electrocuted into nothing.
No, it's
Thunder
thunder.
damage.
Thunder. It's like
Hey.
just like a.
Their ears
How can they
bleed.
get boomed into nothing? I mean,
Hey, I didn't make this damage type up.
yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, like
someone did.
every like sound travels, so everyone else feels like the shockwave travel through the water from like, and the crocodile is just like
This
right,
is like
not
they
moving.
Okay,
they
so
just
clusterfuck.
turn on their backs, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
and just
His
like-
eardrums are fucking blow. You see the eardrum actually blow out of the ear, It's
like
really
dynamite
bloody
fishing,
as
you know?
fuck. Yeah, the
Head
brains
gets ugly.
basically implode or explode or
Nice.
both.
Both.
Yeah, they kind of just like start floating just in the water, like blood pouring out. The water's really fucking bloody. Maybe enough to attract the attention of piranhas. But
Oh, for fuck's sake.
you never know.
We turn the boat, Ian.
Okay,
Right.
so yeah, working together. What's that?
I like. Oh yeah, no. Okay, we turn the boat. That's
Yeah, working together. There's no actual threat, so it takes you a bit of time, but there's no problem. And yeah,
The question is, do I manage to not go in the water while they flip the boat?
so you're gonna like what? Try to like jump as they flip and just land in the boat?
Or like
no,
run,
no.
step on the side and into the,
Yeah, we'll roll acrobatics.
Nice.
This one isn't as hard, so it's like DC 50.
Going in. Here we go. In the drink. In the drink. So yeah, I like curse as I fall backwards and splash into the
They're like trying to, you're like running on it like in the game show, and you just like slip, and it's like comedic.
I'm like ready, and they flip it the other way, and I'm like, fuck!
Yeah.
As you come up, I say, "Be careful. There are parasites in here."
I'm just like sputtering and shaking my head.
Yeah, and not so.
I help you up.
Okay, but the canoe is the right way around, and you can sort of like one half you hold it like still while the others like go in, and it takes a bit of time, but you're able to. Luckily, the current's basically non-existent, so it's not like there's much disturbing you while you try to do it. And yeah, eventually you're able to pile into the canoe again.
How heavy is a crocodile?
Let me think. Let me look it up. Crocodile.
Like probably like 200 kilos, 250
I
kilos.
think even more, man.
You think more than that? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 250? It's like people would weigh that much.
Fucking Americans.
Okay,
Crocodile white. I'm assuming this is like a saltwater crocodile, so I'm going for those are the biggest.
It's like 400
Range from
kilos.
400 to 1,000.
Good fucking god.
Oh my.
But if they're in the water, they're lighter.
These are about 500 kilos, I'll say. An American crocodile, 400 to 500, damn. Yeah, like 500 kilos.
But like,
half a ton of croc.
Half a ton, yeah. So in
But do they
pounds, well, it's
float?
like this. Yeah, I mean, kind of. Yeah, I think they would float.
can I just like drag it along with me? Was it gonna be hard or heavy? Or...
This is water. I mean, it'll be. It's like something where it's hard to get started, but based on when you get going, it's okay. What are you trying to what? Like, are you swimming? Sorry, or are you in the canoe?
Yeah, I would. Well, whatever's easier, but I would imagine swimming like beneath it or something and like trying to drag it
Trying
along.
to like, yeah, okay. To what end? Like, how long are you doing
Until-
it for? 'Cause it is tiring, and it is.
Yeah, like I guess it would depend on what time it is and when we would take a break.
I believe this was after lunch.
So
So,
we wouldn't take a break until
Quite
dinner.
early, so you'll probably do a few
If
more.
you want
Well,
to-
you were planning to. You could stop like some of
Yeah,
your,
my goal is like to start like skinning it for
okay.
like
I'd
a bat
suggest
skin or something.
we could tie it and drag it along behind the canoe. Like the river's pretty wide; it's not like you get stuck on anything. That is when you get
Yeah.
tired of swimming with it.
You could probably do that if you have
just
rope.
tow it like a tug.
Yeah,
You
we
have
were.
rope, yeah.
You like wrap rope around its snout, like it'll kind of drag naturally in a straight line. So minimize.
As long as it's not too much trouble, then yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's...
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I've always wanted to, one of the things I always do when I go to a new place is make sure to try the local delicacies. So, demon, bird, and crocodile. Why not?
Why not?
I was not planning to eat it, but I can see what I can do.
Oh, sorry. I just assumed because after the last time we killed something. Never mind.
That was personal.
Okay, so yeah, you guys continue to travel for the day. You're not. I mean, anyone who wants to take a short rest, you can kind of alternate out. So at some
Yeah,
point
yeah.
during the travel, you can just do that and roll HP. Yeah, and then eventually you get to the end of the day, and Azaka's confident with the route, so she believes you are in this space here, and you wait one more that one, and she's like suggesting you disembark to like start walking into the jungle.
Well,
We can. Easy.
If-
Well, like tomorrow, like
yeah. Because I say if Alcamenos wants to skin the crocodile, let's camp by the riverbank tonight.
By the bank.
Of course, I guess that will save him some time. Okay, so yeah,
I want
you,
to grab some croc teeth, by the way.
have some frog teeth. Okay.
You just pull them out of your leg.
So what are you attempting to like skin it? You trying to make something out of it, or just like get a hunter
Well,
skin?
I'm not really like a skinner or anything, so I just want to make something simple because I don't have like a bedroll or anything. I just want something maybe to lie on, or if that's better,
make
something
something
to to cover.
Oh, and very warm, yes.
Well, including the skin, you know, like so the scales and
You're
skin.
cutting off like a hunk of skin. Yeah, I mean, should
And
have
then,
tried
like-
to have just like a
like
shape.
like a rug or something. Yeah. I don't know how skinning works.
Yeah, I mean, even I'm sure there's a lot of process with like tanning and stuff. But you know, you're kind of tough. You don't care if it stinks of blood and starts to rot, so that's fine. I don't know if it'll be the last long good wearing one, but you can have a hunk of skin cut from each crocodile, sure.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
How would I don't know.
How do you
Yeah,
want?
I guess my character wouldn't know either.
Wait, what were you gonna ask her?
Like to preserve it.
Oh, like you would actually need like
To
to
dry,
dry it out and like yeah, I don't know, to tan a hide. I think's quite a lot of like it would take a good amount of time and I think some materials you don't have.
Yeah, you gotta like make this really weird pulpy sort of thing, like paint it with it and then hang it out.
Yeah.
On a rack, but you gotta like pull it taut while it
You got like
dries.
degrease and desalt and soaked in water for up to like 2 days and stuff. Like I'm assuming
Yeah.
your character
Ah,
wouldn't
okay.
bother doing any of this shit.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Then for the night, I'll try it out, see if it's anything. But I'll cook dinner with it.
Okay.
Basically. Try and get
Yeah,
cooked
so
right.
yeah, in the morning after it, like once again, like, but you're starting to smell a bit and like some
I'll leave it
maggots
behind
maybe in
then.
the corners. Yeah, okay. yeah. But at night, and yeah, the night passes without any problem, and the next day begins. So on this one, you're having to like take the canoe with you. Are you just dragging it along, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Tom
fine.
is a
Yeah,
strong
you're
boy.
strong enough. There's no problem. You can just like either like actually carry it or drag it along.
Easy.
As Chris saying, apparently you can probably dry it and then put it in a salt with some sack, and then when you get to a tanner, you can process it, Jacko. That's
If only we had some salt.
Yeah,
But when we get to it,
We're
Squid's
never
what
gonna
I
get
should
to
know.
a panel.
Squid's what I should know. All right.
thanks for
You're
thinking.
never
of it.
getting-
Simple. All we have to do is harvest Richard's salt at their saving throws, and it's all done.
Or Tom's or the attack rolls on Tom. Bird fight.
Tom salt on his AC.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
Okay. So you guys go on. So this one you're kind of walking, so it's like slightly different. So you will travel slower unless you decide maybe to try to travel by a fast pace, in which case you might get lucky and to uneventfully do like suggest like Azarka is like she's clearly more used to walking in jungle than you. She's quite fast and she's not holded by the plants so much. So she almost like maybe like unwilling. No, the opposite. Almost maybe like unwillingly. She's like almost like moving slightly fast and you almost pushing you to a pace you're not quite comfortable with. Possibly because she thinks she's so near to Firefinger. Do you like mention perhaps like wanting to slow down or just hold it back a bit? But otherwise she will be trying to go at the fat pace, but she wants to be there.
I would just follow her, to be honest.
Yeah, like as far as he's the guide, right? If she's setting a fast pace, I feel like I don't say anything.
Yeah,
just
okay.
keep-
It isn't like uncomfortable for you, but it is like you're very tired by the end of the day. But if you're okay with that,
As we're walking though, I will ask her like, tell me of these enemies we will face.
she's like, you've never heard of the Terror folk. They are evil creatures. They prey on the weak and those who are not able to defend themselves. They can swoop down from up high. She kind of like looks up at Sky as she's saying this and like attack those weaker than themselves and drag them to their lair. She kind of like looks like she's almost like not that she like almost like doesn't want to what they are. They disgust me. She kind of just shakes her head. It's like you are lucky not to have encountered them. They are
They will be.
smart is a strong word, but they are conniving and evil creatures.
Their luck will run out when they will encounter us.
She
How
kinda
many
nods,
of them
like-
are there?
She kind of thinks she's like, I've never dared to go there by myself. I've been too scared not willing to lose. Put it that way. If I go, I mean to win. Perhaps based on I watched the area from afar and I've seen them fly in and out. I would say no more than a dozen.
That's more than there are of us.
She kind of nods and it's like, true, but hopefully we will perhaps even not fight them all at once or take them
Nice,
piece
the
of
element of surprise.
I often see them flying in the air when we get close. It is possible they will not be all there when we arrive, and we can catch them off guard.
Are they all in the same lair, or are they branched out a bit?
Firefinger itself is a old abandoned signal tower. I believe that is what they call their home.
Oh.
Whether or not there are more further away, I cannot tell. I've never climbed a tower myself, so I cannot say for sure.
I forget, has she told us about the wooden mask yet? Like, or in more detail than just...
No, I mean, you guys haven't asked about it. No, she hasn't like said anything about it.
Okay. I forgot. And then
I think we spoke to her a bit about it when we interviewed her, but like I don't know, we went into much detail.
I don't think you really asked her. Like, you were just like, "What do you want?" She was like, "Oh, you have a mask I want," and you were like, "Okay, cool,
Sure.
I can feature that." What's that?
Yeah.
I'll ask, like, this mask that you seek, does it contain magic?
She she nods, is like, yes, some natural magic, yeah, but it is more for it being a family heirloom than the magic properties that I wish to have it back so dearly.
Want to...
Insight.
I want to insight her as Jacko, but I'll command us with...
Okay, so you don't.
Yeah, I don't.
But I would.
Okay, so what? So she said.
It's a family heirloom, or like
Yeah,
natural magic.
it's true. It does have some what you believe it's true. It sounds like she's saying that natural magic, but that isn't why she wants it. No,
No, it's because it's a heirloom. That's
it's because it's a family heirloom.
okay.
That is at least that's the main reason that you get. Whether or not that, like, I'm sure magic isn't making you not want to go back, but that is not the reason you believe she. I mean, you think she's telling the truth for what she say. It seems honest.
No. Yeah, it's fine.
Sure.
And she's like, also, it is almost the fact they stole it from me. They took. She kind of like, or her voice almost like kind of cracks a little bit when they took from me, and they must repay.
See, it is understandable. An heirloom of your origins is important. And I kind of like put a hand on my horn. Wait, that sounds.
You put a hand on your horn. Okay then.
To cover the awkwardness,
You know what I
I'm sure
mean.
we'll get it back safely.
She nods, but you guys are still like, you're still inciting her. It's like she wants it back, but like, that isn't going to be enough to make her happy about the creatures and what has happened.
So she seems very bothered by the fact that they stole it in the first place.
She seems very bothered by the creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys are walking, and she's setting a good pace, but she wants to get there, and that means that the first she'll have to roll for her navigation. I'm gonna have an advantage when she knows the area so well.
Ooh.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, so you guys are making good progress. You get there, and then on this day, as you are traveling through the jungle, and as you approach to get into a slight opening, you see something. As I take it on the map, as I put it onto the map. Wait, did I just move the wrong thing onto the map? What did I just do, Ian? I just moved your token onto the map layer. No. Put that on the token layer. I'm getting used to this bad boy. There you go. You guys get a little reading out saying, it's been a while since I did one of these.
Aww.
Oh, we were almost right. Very close. You can remove the old Firefinger.
Ruining my voice lines there, but Jack, I have to do it again. This is over talking. I had to play one of these bad
It's only
boys.
16 seconds. Now, please.
Shut the fuck up! Okay, nice. Rising high above the jungle canopy is a 300-foot tall, naturally formed spire of rock with smoke issuing from a flaming beacon at the top of it. The walls of the spire are sheer and dotted with small caves. Frail-looking ladders hang from narrow ledges at various heights. Just that. Yeah. So at this point, you are like really far away still. You're probably like a good A kilometer maybe even like a couple of kilometers. Like it's really high, and it's easy to see. It's it's a signal tower. They want to see far. It means they also have to be seen from far away. Part of the deal.
I
But
can
when
still
she
see
knows,
the party.
yeah, you might be able to see the party. You've already been able to see the party.
Oh, I thought you.
No,
that's
I
only
put on
when
the
we were
map
lost.
by accident. Yeah, yeah, and as she sees as a, you all kind of go around and into an opening and see it. She kind of under her breath is like, there it is. And she kind of like says something in Chultan. And yeah, she turns to you and she's like, at this point we need to be very careful. The terror folk, I believe, will often be scouting a local area looking for explorers to pick off and scavenge from. She kind of like looks at the weather, like it's light rain, but it's not really anything like halting the visibility. And she's like, if we wish to attack the spire, which we must, I would at least suggest waiting for heavier rain or until nightfall.
In our experience of traveling, how likely is it we're going to experience heavier rain today? I assume pretty likely. It's a pretty rainy kind of place.
What's the rain been?
Like earlier today it was like light rain, but it's pretty like variable. Like actual heavy rain in the blocks is maybe like one every every 4 days, like heavy rain, and maybe like most days it's probably like an hour or two of heavy rain, but like long enough to like guarantee like going a couple of kilometers and climbing up a spire, like maybe not.
Okay.
And even now, like you've traveled like a couple, like it's probably like 3-4 o'clock at night in the afternoon, so it wouldn't be that long to wait till nightfall. It might, I mean, you'd wait until whichever came first, right? You could do.
Yeah. I say yes. That makes sense to me.
She kind of nods.
Can Terra folk see in the dark?
She kind of says like, no, not well. They can see maybe slightly further, I don't know, or slightly better than a human, but in the pitch black, they cannot see far.
Works for me.
If we must wait until dark, I suggest that me and Sky will lead the others until we get close enough.
She kind of nods. Like, and to my knowledge, they are nocturnal creatures, either way, so they should hopefully not be scouting the area so rigorously.
Wait, they're nocturnal, but they don't see them.
They're not nocturnal.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, to my knowledge, they're not nocturnal. And she like she kind of thinks we can perhaps get slightly closer if we keep under the canopy, but we need to be very careful.
Yes, we must be very stealthy this time.
Mm-hmm. So you get like slightly closer, but even then, like you only really walk for like another 10 minutes until she's like, I dare not risk going much further. I believe at any point there's a chance they may see us, and I'd rather not give them any way out.
Right, then let's find somewhere extra dense canopy to wait out the rest of the day.
Cool. So yeah, you do that. While you're kind of like just waiting it out and just chatting about your impending possible death, you and that's what people do, right?
I wouldn't quite put it like that, Ian.
No, you're just like, oh, this will go fun. She kind of looks a bit awkward at some point, and she kind of looks at you as like, I haven't mentioned this yet, as I didn't want to say anything to put you off, but she looks really sheepish when saying this, but she's like, I have a slight fear of heights. It's one of the reasons I never came here myself. I thought it was too dangerous to climb up to the top. Would be maybe not difficult, but certainly perilous. And I thought, especially by myself, if they noticed me, it would be easy for them to pick me up and simply toss me from the top. And that's a fate I do not wish to suffer. If we climb, is there any amongst you who be willing to tie yourself to me, just so I have a lifeline?
Yes, you can tie yourself to me. Don't worry, I'm a confident climber.
She kind of nods and is like, thank you, I've heard Tabaxi are excellent climbers. I would be in your debt.
Oh, he's up his athletic score.
I mean, it's fine when you're climbing. If she actually falls and you have to, try to hold on, that is the problem. Okay, great. So she did nod and you was like, oh, thanks. But yeah, do you guys talk about anything else, or you're just kind of like hanging out until the dark?
I won't say anything, but Alcmenos would be like kind of eyeing the mountain and like if yeah, he would be kind of like sweating.
This would be the highest out of the sea you've ever been.
But you know, he's stoic. He's not gonna whine about it.
Sure, buddy.
Okay, sounds
Well,
good.
this seems like a perfect opportunity to get to know Alcmenos.
You know me so
Like,
well already.
It's been a few days, since we've been traveling. So I say, okay, Alcmenos, time's up. I'm not joking. You really are going to have to tell me about the world of the Tritons.
I kind of look at the mountain and like thinking of home seems to calm me down. Like, I come from the city Dioscurias. We named it after our leader. Back in the First Age. We make our home in the it was called the Trackless Sea, I think, but I don't have the map in front of me. We make our home in the Trackless Sea. It is a dangerous realm, full of amphibious creatures and beings that worship the dark waters below. But we make our home there and defend it.
You are muted,
Dutifully
Chris.
right? Yeah, I know. I was writing it all down like scribble scribble.
Yeah.
So, why'd you decide to leave?
I heard rumor of your trouble above land. We, the people of the Tritons, do not resurrect. We have our own rituals. We believe that once one passes, they should leave this plane, and we sacrifice the body into a special ritual area that leads into a pocket of lava. But this tale seems to trouble those that walk the land. The Triton Assembly, they have issues of their own. They could not send aid, and I believe that without me here, you would fail.
That's mighty kind of you for culture that's, or for being culturally against resurrection. The surface world will, I'm sure, one day owe you a debt of great gratitude. Debt of great gratitude, Alcmenos.
I do not blame those that seek resurrection. If the gods will it, then so be it.
Are you a religious man then, or Triton?
I believe in the power of the gods. I put more faith in those that dedicate their life into following their code and morals. I myself do not seek worship.
What gods do you worship? Your people.
We do not worship any god that we call by name. But we see the god in many things.
Okay.
My mother, she is a shaman. She communes with those divine spirits and powers. I have learned to respect it.
It's not.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's good.
Sounds good.
By the way, Ian, have you turned off the jungle music, or am I just?
Oh.
Yeah, he turned it off when he played
Yeah,
or it turned off when he played the.
Oh yeah.
I'm mistaken.
Clip.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
it's still a jungle.
Yeah, so I make note of all of this, and I say, do outsiders ever come to? And I look at, I remind myself of the name of the city, Dioscurius.
They
Is it
do not.
reachable by?
They will
well,
not bear the
Foxy.
depths.
Shame. I'd love to see it. It sounds
I-
amazing.
I have heard legend of those that have magic power powerful enough to ignore those effects on landwalkers. But I have never seen an outsider myself.
I should love to visit someday, if I ever have the chance.
You might learn something.
I am sure I would learn many things. That's really why I want to go.
That sounded almost threatening. You will learn something.
Not funny at all, I'm sure.
I didn't hear the threat, even if it was intended.
Okay, so yeah, you guys have a nice chat as you wait for it to get dark and learn much about each other, and then eventually the light begins to die down, and also coincidentally at the same time the rain begins to pick up. And Tom leaves. What's that?
It doesn't like the rain, man.
Man, I'm scared I'm gonna put you on this map, and the entire thing you're gonna be like, see, and I'm gonna be like, fuck, that didn't work.
Move me over first, I'll be honest.
I don't know how to move you over, just you.
You click and drag someone's name from the bottom
Okay.
of the screen, where like the things are, onto a map.
Your Sky. Okay.
Why is
I'm
Chris
Sky.
on this?
Because he said it first.
Okay.
I am an honest boy.
It's Annihilation.
Nope, it looks all black to me. If I zoom out, can I see anything at all?
You should be. I've given you a
I
token.
see
actually.
nothing.
Really? I've given you a token though.
That's the opposite.
On the bottom right.
On the bottom right, I can't see a token.
Okay.
So this represents character Sky Full of Stars, controlled by Sky Full of Stars.
So on the map layer, or
Ooh.
yeah, I can't select any tokens.
On the map layer, that's an interesting point of view. Might be on the dynamic lighting layer actually. I was like, why can't I see HP bar? Alright, Chris, you can't. No spoilerinos. You see
No
shit?
spoilerinos, if I see shit, yeah.
Yeah, you see shit.
No.
What? Good
But
bottom
I can
right.
select my token now.
Good
If
bottom
I
right.
like box
Yeah.
click over the whole thing. Yeah, I found my token, I just don't see anything.
What? Doesn't make any sense.
I
have you
lights.
emitting light? Well, I've given you 60 foot emit light for dark vision. That's how you do it, right?
Okay. Are there any light sources on this map apart from me?
No.
Like, so, okay, turn off enforced line of sight. This is an issue I used to always have with
Okay,
maps.
I've turned it off.
Yeah, okay, now I see what I should be able to see. I just
like-
I see 60 feet away. Oh, no, okay, I tell a lie. I see 2 light sources, which is a problem because I've seen, well, it's not a terrible problem. I'm just a little bit spoiled. So,
Right.
yeah, I can see up here in the top left.
Ah, okay, stop it. Stop it.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I know. I did stop looking.
Enforce line of sight. Well, then what do I do?
Yeah, turn that back on.
Hmm.
Those light. Just go to those 2 light sources.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
There's one.
That's on the
and
dynamic
just,
lighting layer or on the map layer, probably.
on the map layer, there'll be objects like a fire up here somewhere in the top left, and there's a fire down here somewhere in the bottom
On
left.
the map layer.
That seems like the worst part of DMing. I hate
It's
this.
the worst.
Yep.
It is. Yeah, it's just sometimes enforced line of sight doesn't work properly, and it just makes the whole map black for everyone. I've had it in campaigns before.
Okay, yeah, I have the light now.
Okay, so take the light and just make its light 0, and then when we get to it later, just make its light not
I'm
0.
going to turn off all players see light, right?
Yes, just do that exactly for those 2 light sources. Uncheck all players see light.
Oh god, that's so stupid.
If I DM, I'm never gonna make battle maps or anything. I'm just gonna like theater of the mind.
Oh, fuck's
Okay,
sake.
Chris, now you don't see it?
I don't see anything.
What? You should first use
You got to turn off
Oh,
enforce
I-
line of sight.
Oh, but like enforced line of sight's necessary.
Not strictly. Not if those lights.
But then
are-
like, won't you see those? That's just all part of the map when you like get if you like.
I know because I can only see.
But you
like,
still can't see around corners, right? Or can you?
Yeah, exactly. No, my line of sight is still. It's like I can only see what my light is emitting, basically.
But I mean, you don't see through the wall straight in front of
No,
you.
no. If you hold on, if you go
You
on my
don't see
token
that.
and push Control L, you can see what. I
Oh
can
my
see.
god, there's a way to do that. Oh my god, Control. Oh. Didn't work. Oh yeah, oh that's perfect. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't see any of the light sources. I
Okay,
can see
okay,
able to
that's
see.
fine. Nice.
Just when we get near them, you got to manually go and.
Yeah,
Make,
I
and,
remember.
and they will illuminate round corners for us a little bit, which will be slightly dodgy, but.
Let's deal with it. Okay, so yeah, like I said, it has started to become dark, and the vein has also started to pick up a bit, and Darker kind of stands up and like says, "Let's go."
Right.
And yeah, you start. She does seem to be walking quietly though. Like she says, like the range quite loud, but she's still trying to be stealthy. So you all trying or
Yes, I will join in this.
you do a
Stealth.
group stealth roll again.
And I'll do anything I can to make sure people don't like.
So
stumble too
group
much in
group
the dark.
stealth roll is like a majority pass, and you're fine,
Yeah.
right? This is what they needed in Moria.
Yeah, baby.
Hey.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys seem to be fairly silent as you walk through the.
Fucking Azaka.
It's basically so your characters who are good at stealth can be like,
Yeah. Oh no, I like it as a gameplay use. I'm just thinking, that helmet would never have gone down that well.
You're right. They would should shout at him harder. And yeah, eventually you get close to the base of the spire. So it's like you started when it started to get dark. But there was also some heavy rain, so it didn't seem. So that's also why it seemed like it was suitable. But
Sure.
some of you can it's not pitch black yet. So I'll say the ones of you that can't see in dark can only basically see like, maybe like 30 feet in front of you, and obviously the people with dark vision can see 60. Are you like you're not lighting anything though, right?
No.
No,
No. Okay, cool.
it's the purpose, I think.
Yeah, at least for now. When you're directly underneath it, the purpose is slightly different. But like
Yeah.
when you're walking up, yeah.
For now, the purpose of having waited until dark is
yeah. But I mean, you're getting close to the base now. That's what I mean.
sure.
But okay, yeah. And as you get close to the base, as you look around, are you kind of walking on like Azaka's going in the front, and it's who's
I-
you
I-
got
So you
the
can
march
see.
order?
Zaka can't
No.
see in the dark, right? She's just a human.
She's walking, yeah, but she's
She's
walking.
human.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I'd lead the way basically. If no
Okay,
one else.
she's like keeping track of you though, like
Sure.
I'm in the
very
back.
dark, but like
I'll
it's
be
not,
close. I will be close to the front.
it's not pitch black yet, but yeah, she wants to be going first. Okay, so as you're kind of walking up, as you get close to the base of the spire, you kind of see a body like lying kind of twisted in the mud nearby. As you
Like it
kind of
fell?
as you get close, you can see it looks like it's probably the body of an elf. You can kind of see the pointed ears and the long limbs. But yeah, like its limbs should look like they're broken. Its rib cage is like crushed in, and like what's left of his clothes, like it's like torn leaves, like twigs just over underneath it. It looks like, I mean, it's very likely it's fallen from like a great distance, yes. And Azaka kind of like again, like seems to swear under her breath in Chult, and kind of like you see like it's almost like kind of panicked voice.
Sky makes a little sign with his hand and mutters something just something in a low voice in Elven.
Yeah.
Sadly towards the dead elf.
And yeah, Azaka kind of turns to you and is like, this is what the Terra folk do. This is what they do to outsiders.
Carry.
It's okay. I always land on my feet. I say, putting on a brave face.
She like looks like she gives like a weak smile, like she appreciates the attempt at making light of it, but it's not quite what she was looking for. And as you kind of head around, I can actually give you guys a handout of what it looks like. Sorry, but you would have actually seen this during the day. Show the players. There you go.
As I'm glancing up, the sweat is increasing, and I'm like, is
So
there
the
is
fire
there a way
on top is
to
not lit though, right?
The fire on top is lit.
Oh, okay.
The fire on
is
top
there a way
lit.
to draw them out? Perhaps set an ambush on the ground.
So like, I don't believe so. Not at least. Wonder would end up being beneficial for us. They hunt by sky. This is what they do best. It's if they knew we were here, they would maybe attack in huge numbers and try to plug us off one by one while we sleep, or simply beat us out. I
Can we
believe.
tell how from where we are? Can we tell how sizable the cave, the opening? Because obviously I can see because I'm on this map, so I can
The
see
openings? The openings are big enough to
openings
like
on
maybe
the
like 10 feet.
But can we tell that they go into the structure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like there's like a space inside. Okay,
These are deck, yeah.
sure.
There's some place to live.
I see. So I guess we climb the whole thing floor by floor.
She kind of nods, like, I believe so. But she kind of like looks up at the ladder you kind of guys like make your way around to. It's like, as you can see, it's not exactly an easy climb.
Is it like the ladder's really old and look like it could break
Yeah,
through?
the wood ladders are kind of like almost like they're like slightly crumbling.
I say to Archimedes, I can see the merits behind an ambush, but if we're to fight flying creatures, I almost think I'd rather be inside. It would restrict their movement more than anything out here.
It's good that you pointed out. The whole thing is about 300 foot high.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What
so
the
like
fuck?
the
It's a
first
skyscraper.
The first,
Look
yeah,
less.
it's really hard. It'll be okay, and then you're like, wait a
That's
second.
fucking Godzilla and like the
first
recent
entrance
Godzilla
you can
movie,
see,
or
and what like this, what the first kind of ladder appears to be leading to.
Guys,
That's 60 foot up the ground.
Oof.
Like
Level
so yeah,
2.
like-
this third level is like looking more better and better by a second. If I could have had it, being able to fly,
Yeah.
it's getting more.
Able to fly. When would that have come in useful? What are you talking about? But yeah, she's like got a grim look on her face, but she looks determined, and she's like heading towards the ladder.
Perhaps I should go up first, and then we could lower. I know I offered to let you tie yourself to me, but we could.
Lower a rope and perhaps find something up there to secure it to. Might be more, you know,
She's like,
safe for everyone involved.
That's a possibility, but I believe these lairs, these caves are where the Terrafolk may live. And if you make it to the top alone and not close to help.
Why don't I sneakily clamber to the top of this ladder and take a poke around? I kind of glance to the sky to see if I can like spot the outline of any Terrafolk against the stars or the moon or whatever. It doesn't look like there's any of them about. Not right now, anyway.
She kind of looks like, if you're brave enough to do it, I envy you. And
Back
I'll
in a
say
jiffy then, lads.
Back in.
Wish me luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, my friend.
okay, so you have like climate speed, right?
20, yeah.
Are you like even trying to use a ladder?
Only if I come to a bit where the rock is like, well, I'd be uncomfortable. Like if I'd have to make any kind of check to use the rock, I would just, I'd use the ladder for that bit. But otherwise, no, I try and stay off the ladder because I suspect the rock would be quieter. Oh, actually, no, that's also your point. If I get to a point where like the rock looks like it might crumble or something, and make like a loud noise, then I'll switch to the ladder for that bit and just, you know. But no, generally I'll try and stick away from the ladder because I imagine it to be loud and creaky.
Yeah. You're correct. You make it basically up to the like next to the ladder, and there's like it's like a small ledge that kind of sticking out a little bit where the cave entrance
Okay,
is.
yeah.
And yeah, I'll put you. I mean, you are on this map.
Yeah, brilliant, easy.
I'll put you all on this map, but if they don't have tokens, they won't be able to see anything, right, Chris? You promise me?
Yeah, they won't be able to see anything unless my
Okay.
token has all players see light, which I don't
I
think.
don't
it
believe
should
so.
do.
Okay, you
I don't
guys.
think-
How
I
wide
don't
is it, by the
think
way,
you really
Ian?
see anything even in that case.
Okay, so you guys are all on the edge of the black thing for now, right?
Yeah.
Even if I think, do you see everything even with all players?
Yeah, if all players see light, that's
No,
the whole point.
you'd see my token because at the moment enforced line of sight's not on, and yeah, even without tokens, you'd see what my light shows.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, so I will
you
very
basically come over
stealthily pull myself up the ledge. And
okay,
I
roll stealth, man.
shall roll stealth as I do it. And I really don't. Oh, no, I really don't want to fuck this up and just get fucked up by Terrafolk because I'm 60 feet in the air right now. So I'm going to use my inspiration to have advantage on this stealth check.
Oh, that might be very good use of it.
Like, I mean, it's just I don't want to fucking risk it. Oh god. It's
Okay.
a 14.
I mean, you're fairly quiet. It's 14. It's not bad.
Okay. So yeah, and then I just want to peek around like this corner, just make sure there's nobody.
Yeah. So
immediately.
that's
Okay.
right.
So okay. So I peer this area, and it seems pretty empty.
Yeah. So also to let you know, the ceilings are about like ranging from like 7 or 10 feet tall, obviously depending a little bit. That like pit in the middle is apparently like 10 feet deep.
Okay. If I listen hard, can I hear anything apart from the forest noises?
Roll
below?
perception.
Perception.
Listen.
Oh, I shouldn't have advantage, obviously, but 20.
20. Okay, so you're like kind of like really listening hard. You from like the pit in front of you, you can hear the sounds almost of like kind of like shuffling.
In the pit.
Yeah, but like you look in and you can't
You
see
can't
anything
see
there, but you can almost hear like the shuff,
Is
like
the-
kind of
is
almost like
is the
movement.
surface being disturbed at all?
The surface, like the ground. No.
Yeah.
But as you kind of get closer, there are kind of like almost like large cracks in the like some of the walls of the pits where like a creature like or like bats or the like or stuff like that may be able to like kind of hide or like live.
Okay. Shit, how to communicate with them without climbing back down, because I want to keep an eye on these things while they climb up. Okay, yeah. I'll kind of wincing to myself slightly at the sacrilege. I will take a page carefully torn from. Oh no, hang on. No, I have Vaughn's journal. Are there unused pages in Vaughn's
There's a few
journal?
empty pages.
Yes,
at the
okay.
back.
I tear a page from
Bit of
Vaughn's
water
journal,
damage, for sure.
and then tie it around something like reasonably lumpy. Like, okay, I take a torch, like one of my torches. I don't light it, but I just like
Sure,
wrap it
yeah,
around
I
it,
get
and drop it to the bottom of the ladder. And sorry, before I drop it, I remember to write on it the important bit. I write on it. All seems clear, but there may be something hidden here. Everyone should climb up, though. There's space and shelter.
And this is on a rope, yeah?
On a torch. I write like I.
You just threw it off the edge?
Yeah. I just dropped the torch
okay.
to the canopy, like as
Okay.
close to the ladder as I can.
Okay, yeah. It's only a torch, doesn't really make a loud noise or anything when it falls. Yeah, like you guys see this torch falling out of the sky unlit, and yeah, it lands, and Azark actually picks it up first. If none of you guys, like snatch it up, and she like kind of pierces it.
Even like light enough still? That's.
But it's getting quite dark, but she like she looks at it and she kind of like she says it's like he says it's maybe something hidden, but we should try climbing up. There aren't any terrafolk at least. And she kind of looks like terrified at the ladder.
Yeah, I'd say let us proceed then, but make no movement.
She kind of nods at that, like yes, we must. And then like a really awkward silence. And like she kind of like. She was like she cat person from a rope tied to them. And she's like, she really looks like she's like trying to build up. She kind of looks at the rest. You kind of like hopeful, and she's like, "Are any of you confident climbers?"
I am not.
I just like shrug.
She looks like so terrified.
I like warm up her shoulder and say, I am confident in my abilities. But make no movement.
I kind of like she nods. She's like, "May I tie myself to you? You seem strong enough to. Will pull me up if I fall." She looks pretty light, maybe like 150 pounds.
Yeah, I guess I'll say agreed.
She thanks you, and she basically well, it's like a long rope, so it's like. But then if she said it's a long rope, then when she falls, it would be just about it if she hadn't. So no, it's like 20 feet.
Yeah,
like
so
50
it's like
yeah.
about like a
It's like 100-foot rope just falls to the top.
And she ties it around her neck for say being like a collar. Okay, yeah, but obviously she kind of like looks at you like, now it's time for you to climb up. She's like right behind.
I just like spend some extra time like securing the rope.
Yep. Checking double knotted. Yep.
And let's say to the other two, are you ready?
I nod.
I nod back. Look back at the ladder.
I watch the edge until they begin to climb, and as soon as I see them start to climb, I want to like be here by the pit with like my bow out and a prepared action to take a shot if I see any movement down there, I guess. Because, suspicious.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Richard,
so you're going first. Oh no, wait.
Richard, perhaps it's best if you proceed first. You are the lightest.
You want the person that can actually see anything to go first up. We already have one up there. If we all go in at the same time, I don't know if this ladder will actually be able to hold.
Well, I mean, based on how the ladder looks, it's more like, you know, rungs are gonna break and stuff like that. It's not like the whole thing's gonna like come off the side. It's
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah,
like the rungs are
then-
kind of worn and crumbly, and you know, there's some points where you may have to grab onto a rock instead of a rung to try to, you know, pull your way up.
Okay, so it's just what you hold on to.
The rungs, the rungs are the main
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I say,
Then I wouldn't say. Then I wouldn't say
Oh.
that. Then I would just nod. Okay then.
Okay.
I will start climbing up.
Okay. Okay. We'll decide on the order for you guys. So Richard, and then are you willing to go then Alcamendos or no?
Oh, look at Zeno.
Zeno. You go. If he looks at you, you go after Richard.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Alcamenos, and then Azaka. Okay, Richard. So you will first roll an athletics check.
I love how his reason was. You're
Wait,
the
what
weakest.
a second. This says make. This one says make a DC dexterity athletics check.
What?
Whoa, the world has changed.
No, but then later on it says strength athletics. So yeah, strength. Yeah, it was just a typo.
Okay, so I'm gonna instantly fall because I have a fucking 0 in this. Like, how are you supposed to do?
Yeah, you got this, Botchak.
He's got it.
No,
Fine.
you don't have this.
So no. That's
got it.
so as he climbs up, you actually successfully seem to be making it up. However, as you go up, like you guys all started climbing, so it's not like so like you're like getting near the top, and the others like part way up. And as you go up, some of the rungs are like a damage. One of them kind of breaks off your hand, so it's like basically going to be harder for the person behind you. In which case, that is going to be Zeno. So now you have to do an athletics check.
Motherfucker.
And you have to basically go past the bit
Well,
where Richard kind of messed
That's
up.
better than the other way around, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Zeno, you're fine. You like, you grab hold of like a rock, near to where Richard broke off, and you
Push
make
his
it up.
fingers into the stone and just, who needs rungs?
What are they gonna say? Alcamendos go next.
Oh,
No,
sorry. Oh, yes.
Yeah, before I climb up, I'll look at, oh, fucking, what's her name?
Azaka.
Azarka, and like, gods protect us, so be it. And I start climbing.
Okay.
Do I want to rage climb? No, it doesn't last long.
I'm so mad at this wall.
So much
That's-
for stealth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing,
Alcamendos,
fingers and stuff.
you're completely fine. Oh, okay. Azaka.
It would be fine if Richard was
Yeah, we're gonna roll a d20. Okay. Azaka also makes it up without any problem. So you all managed to make it up. The ladder slightly damaged, but not destroyed. And yeah. What was I gonna say? I can put you all on this. Put you on the dynamic lighting layer by mistake. And you all see about like what you should be able to see. Like those you have, if you have no light or no dark vision, you shouldn't be able to see shit.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
Yeah. Okay. So you basically you can see like maybe 5 feet in front of you. You can see enough to tell you've gone to
Give
the
them
top.
5 feet of dim light if they've got no.
Okay.
That's what I normally do. It's like it's really awful for them to get around.
Just a
but-
mid-light 5 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems cool. There, you got that, Tom? Yeah, that's working now.
Well, I don't know where my token is.
Bottom right of the map.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. Well, I definitely can see much more than I can see, like.
What?
Well, let's see. Well, I can see like. A
How far can you see
square
to?
the
Into
right.
where you...
Well, I can see it. No, it's, I think.
5 feet almost.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like it worked.
Way farther.
No, I
Okay.
was expecting less like dim light and shit. Like.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Actually,
you
left.
still are still tied together, Azaka and
Mm-hmm.
Alcamenos. So she doesn't look like she's that eager to cut it for now. Like she's she's a bit scared. She's still near the edge, but she walks forward to
Okay.
you, Sky, and she's like, she kind of looks at you a bit like kind of like betrayed. And is like, I thought you were going to tie yourself to me when we climbed.
I didn't have a rope that would reach all the way to the ground.
She kind of nods sadly.
There's something in this pit, I think. I heard it scrambling around earlier. It's hidden in the cracks. I don't really.
standing on the edge.
I move forward so that like.
But I still don't have any light.
Yeah, I mean, no one's lit anything. Like,
Oh, but I-
you
not
can't
even,
see anything.
But like the 5
Yeah.
feet, right?
Tom gets 5 feet.
I
Jacko doesn't.
gave
Yeah,
him 5
definitely.
feet. I said it's like 5 feet.
Bottom
I
right,
will
Jacko.
lead Alcmenos and Zeno
Ah, sorry.
through
Yeah,
this place, so they don't like fall down the pit or anything.
fine.
Okay.
Please.
Which means I should be a bit like front.
Okay, she kind of like looks, looks down into the pit. It's like, you believe there to be creatures in there?
I heard something moving around. Maybe in the cracks. I kind of gauge the pit. If I light a torch and throw it into the pit, it's not going to be visible from outside the tower, right? It's just going to illuminate this space.
Almost certainly not. It's like
And
heavy rain as well. Like there's
Sure.
basically no chance.
Okay, yeah. I want to do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll let everyone know I'm doing it. I say I'm going to light a torch and throw it in so we can see what we're dealing with.
I'll ready my trident to attack something if it like pops out.
I'm like, I prepare my Warhammer.
So yeah, I put my bow down for a second and
I can.
Ooh, should I make
light
something up 60 foot?
I can light something with magic instead, if you prefer.
ah, yes, that's probably a better idea. Also, did anybody get my torch?
Zarka didn't. She's only picked up the reach, kind of just like, it's just
This is card of it.
just a stick on the bottom. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, it will still be there if you return.
It's all right. I have spares.
I
But
would.
yes, use a magical light.
Okay, I would pick up a rock. Yes, on the floor. I would light it and I would toss it down the.
Let me get a rock, okay, out of
The ground.
there's a big rock. Okay, I'll make that
Clearly.
a small rock. There we go. Oh no, big rock again, and I'll give that admits 60 foot of light, right? That's how light
I think
works.
it's 40. I think it's 40, 20, isn't
Well,
it?
in a
Yeah.
huge 20-foot radius.
20,
So
40.
40.
Right?
Yeah.
And it,
20 brides, 40 days.
20
If I do
radius.
20, then 40, right?
20, then 40, I think. Yes.
And all players see light. You guys see that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I
wait,
mean, the
can't-
light's not quite how the light would have been if it were in a pit, but yeah, it's yeah.
Nah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so yeah, and there's a rock that you kind of toss in. Yeah, as you toss it in, kind of like out of the walls,
Uh-oh.
and like skittering across the ground
Please, no.
are these
No King Kong scene where they're in the pits.
huge spiders.
Oh no.
It's pretty much the King Kong scene. Shit.
Oh, man. Yeah, and roll initiative.
Oh. Just like that, huh?
Oh, you brought it up on
they're
ourselves,
gonna
really.
do stuff. Like you're not surprised. Like these things, like they see you. There's light. They're chittering. They have like they're big things. I might even have a handout for you.
Might even. Ooh,
I don't know. They seem to be kind of like the handouts seem to be not all time. But yeah, like it's a giant. It's like it's a medium thing, but it's for a spider that's giant, man.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big spider.
It's a pretty big spider right there. All right.
Oh, wait a second. Did we have any kind of rest? Like rest?
It's been nighttime.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
hang
a whole
around.
new day.
Yeah,
A
we hang around.
whole
We had like a long
new
rest and like a
day.
short rest at least
Yeah.
because we spent the afternoon hanging around waiting for it to go.
But it was a long nest before today.
Yeah,
Before
it was like back-to-back short rests. So
Wait, was it? Yeah. Because
Yeah,
you went to
yeah,
Enemy
you
and
went to
encounter night. Yeah.
That's his whole
Let me.
Skinning debacle.
It's not a handout. They only have handouts for weird monsters. Shame. It looks like a big spider. There
Thanks,
you go,
man.
boys. You're welcome, friendo. Okay, let me roll their initiative. And remember, someone remind me to roll initiative for somebody.
Roll initiative for somebody.
Okay, who's that somebody, Tom?
Zaka.
Or NPC.
It's our NPC to use their real name.
What's her name? Fucking
Zaka.
yeah.
She
What
rolled
was sorry, someone even asked. What was our NPC in Curse of Strahd called?
Irene?
That's
Or-
villainous.
Casimir.
No,
Casimir.
Casimir.
So
yeah,
many.
yeah.
We had so many. So
Casimir.
you guys are all really stacked up on top of each other, but that's fine. Because you're friends.
It's okay.
But we're gonna
Man,
be.
she's really
in
on
the-
top of Xeno though.
the
Like I don't know if
west
Xeno could.
Well, like I think okay. Should we just say?
that was ridiculous.
well,
Shout
I
out to
was,
some pictures.
no, put out that because I was definitely like leading the way.
Oh,
to
okay,
show
okay, yeah,
everyone,
yeah,
but-
that makes sense. Okay. But now there's some light, you can all see stuff, and yeah, one of the spiders, the one at the far back, kind of like skittering out, and yeah, these things are like fast, like they're big and they're fast, and
They attack
it's
the
for,
rock, right?
climbs.
So like,
Okay,
are
okay.
we,
Now let me
so the people that said we're ready to attack something, do we really get those?
Who said they were ready to attack? Sorry.
Music.
Me
Uh,
and yeah.
Alkemenos said he has Triton ready. I said I had my bow, but then I put it down to try and get a torch out, and so I would have I would have it back, but I didn't prepare an action again.
Yeah,
So
I
I
was
think
I was prepped for when the torch went in.
I think it was
Prep
Alkemenos.
what? Readying like an attack
To
with your hammer?
attack something that's with hammer.
Yeah, I'm just saying put the pit 10 feet deep and they're coming like from the bottom.
You won't be able to until like one of them moves
Yeah.
up to you.
Yeah, pretty much. When they move up. So like this one, for instance, this one's gonna come like over here and like start climbing up the wall towards you, Zeno.
Okay, so I smack him with my warhammer.
Yeah, roll the hit.
Roll the hit.
Little Dino. They heal from bludgeoning damage.
11.
Nice.
Max damage.
Okay, this one you just smash. It's just dead. You just like it's just like skidding towards you. You just like put it down straight over its head, and there's a lot of blood everywhere. It's a bit loud, but there's heavy rain, so it's fine. This one, like, and they're not smart. So despite the fact you just did that, it just runs straight at you as well. And,
Can I also start shouting?
where are you?
I don't think you can reach that one.
I don't think you reached out, my friend.
Well, okay, sorry, the next one then. 'Cause I thought it was
Yeah.
18.
If that
Yeah,
one.
but yeah, you also.
If
And then
you-
it attempts to bite you. 10 and misses. Okay.
Oh shit.
The poison is pretty.
Alchemist, that's your turn. So there's one like basically on the floor of the pit, like right in front of you, like down, like down in like 10 feet, this deep pit. And there's another that's like
Throw your trident.
halfway up the thing, so it's like coming
Right.
over the top and biting Zeno, and this one's in the corner of the pit.
Yeah, but I have initiative 10.
It says 20 on the sheet on the thing.
No, I see him at 10. Oh, you got him on from a different. You can see the turn from other maps. It just delete his one. It's a 20.
What the fuck?
Ian's seen the initiative from a different Alchemedos
the-
on a different layer that we don't see
So
on
that's
the
weird.
initiative.
Okay, Richard, is it Richard's actual turn?
The
No,
spider.
Skyfall of
Spider
Stars.
eight.
Whose turn is it? It's not a Zarka turn either.
It's Spider at 18.
Spider
right?
at 18, yeah.
Oh, Zeno is. Wow, you guys are a bit slower than you. Last time you rolled way better. It's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
man. Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, this one, yeah, calls up to attack you, Alchemist. So yeah, you actually get your ready action. So that's better for you. It's fine.
Hey. If I hit, that is...
What's that?
11.
11 misses,
What?
Fuck, that might be my first miss.
and then it bites at you. 10.
Misses.
Oh, that poison damage though. Snaps on. Okay, Sky, your turn. There's one like in the
Die
corner
if I
there,
got
and the
an
other one's
attack
like
like
crawling
that.
up.
This one's climbed up and is in range, though, right? Of like
Of
a
you?
immediate range of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it's threatening me. Like I can't take a bow shot.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep. In that case, scimitars, and I'm
That's the
gonna
old faithful.
slash twice at this one.
Okay.
He's gonna be a Zen scimitar.
That hits.
7 and offhand 16
That hits as well.
for 4.
Oh, you exactly take it.
Nice.
It's exactly lethal.
Nice work,
And
guys.
then I will step back to here.
Yeah, the one on the ground is like still in the crevices. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
affect you. But at this point, it comes out and it. Oh no, I skipped too many or whatever. It charges. Charge is strong word. It crawls up and attacks.
Wait, but I'm
as
also
a car. As a-
then. But that doesn't. No, you let this spider go first as well.
Okay. It misses. At least for suck, man. Yeah, it's your turn, Akamanos.
So with difficult terrain or whatever, I can move through here, right?
Yes.
And stabby stab?
I think you need to end your turn in it. But I think if you fight, like your movement had to end in like a 5 feet space.
But
Okay,
this is
Just
like
move
the...
afterwards.
Yeah, okay, sure. I'll move over
You can always
here.
move after.
And as I'm running, I'll like...
No, but like he's stopping movement to attack.
Exactly.
Can't some movement there?
Has to end in a.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't just do that. I'm still like on the special types.
Oh,
difficult
but did this one
terrain.
also climb up?
Yeah, that one's up.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's all,
Shit,
kind of
yeah.
equally hard to get to.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, you are fighting in a very sort of narrow space.
Yeah, no, I'll just...
Throw the trident is the only thing you can do.
Yes.
I refuse.
You can move.
This is my baby. I'm not going out like Barry goes. Okay, I'll just hold to see if the spider comes within reach and attack. Otherwise,
Oh no, sorry, Jacko. I've actually rereading it to make sure I'm right. It actually says if you, what does it say? If the creature is a friend of me, you can't willingly end your move in its space. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so what are you doing?
I just ready an attack. If something
Okay.
comes in.
Yeah, okay, Xeno, your turn. This another one has crawled and trying to attack you. Bite into your shield. I'm assuming you're all trying to lead, not like do shouting war fight and stuff. You're noticing a Zarko at least is
Notice I didn't rage.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Xeno?
I go to smash the one that's close to me. Smash! Silently.
Oof.
Yeah, that you hit it. Do some damage. Still up though.
Yeah. Too silently.
Yeah, 210. And your turn?
Yeah.
Richard, your turn.
One closest.
You have disadvantage because it is melee range too.
It is? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it's,
Then I'll-
like,
I'll
if you were in a
roll
square, you would be in that square, right? Like, if you
Yeah,
were-
that's true.
What's that? Yeah, you hit. It survives. So. Very low.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Damn.
You moving or no? I mean, it would focus.
No.
Okay. Azaka
I'd rather not get one shot.
swings at the one in front of her.
That poison man.
You're paralyzed for an hour.
She misses with her first attack, hits with her second. And does a good swing, but it does survive barely. And this one attacks you, Xeno, again. However, with your mighty shield, you can never be touched. See? Not even close. Sky, your turn.
I'm going to have at this one.
Hamati.
So I'll move here a little more, less attacky around the corner.
Yeah, that hits.
7.
Yeah, that kills it. You hit its body, so it takes one death save.
Oh, 1.
That's 2
One
death
death
saves.
save.
Oh, it's an auto crit.
Oh, 2 death saves. You're right. My bad.
And his-
more damage. Oh yeah, crit. Yeah. Okay. You move anywhere? Well, that's it.
No, yeah, I'll just get my bow out for like the rest of my turn. I'll begin like knocking it out and so in the process of shooting this spider, although I'm sure it's going to be dead long before I have a chance.
Sure. Alchemist, that's your turn. Still kind of awkward to get to. You'd have to basically jump down into the pit and attack it from like the side.
It's 10 feet deeper.
Yeah, but 10 feet deep, but you're what, 5 feet tall, and then you have a big trident. You could reach it.
Leap into this space, attack it, and then fall. It's
Yeah, that's fine.
genius.
That's fine.
I'll just like. Yeah, and I'll just like be ready for more spiders to come out of the walls, and ready
Sure.
in time for that.
You know your turn.
Smash! Silently.
Okay, hold ahead.
Nope.
You miss.
Too silently. Too silently again.
So you like smash. Richard, your turn. Ooh, you're doing the dex save. Spider though, pretty dexy.
You say this for every creature.
It worked. You fail with that. Azaka's turn.
That's a +3.
Still a 50-50 chance.
She actually draws like a bow off her back and shoots it.
Never saw that. Very compact bow.
Have you ever mentioned your longbow, Chris? No, it's never literally been mentioned. You just say I use it. So you can do the same. I never mentioned the scimitar either.
Yeah, when you described our characters right at the start of the campaign.
No, she
definitely
misses with the
both
first
came up.
attack, but she takes a second shot and hits.
What? Two
What?
Yeah, she
shots.
makes 2 attacks. She's OP.
And she kills it with the arrow.
She won't jump from the top of this tower and survives. All I'm saying. She's the only person who could.
I don't know. 300 feet.
Oh, what's the damage rules of 5e maybe, right?
Max 20d6 fall damage. So only the first 200 feet matter.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, yeah, and all the spiders seem to have
I could survive that, minimum 20 damage.
I mean, yeah, minimum 20. I mean, 20, Oh, no, Sky can't survive it.
Average is what? I have exactly 20, so yeah. It averages 3.5 times 20 is.
Well, she clearly doesn't seem to want to get fall from the top, so let's hope that doesn't
Okay.
happen. Alright,
All's
but
fine.
yeah, the spiders seem to all be dead, and you kind of just all wait around for a few seconds.
I'm like about to, just like my turn next. I'm like about to shoot the spider, and she gets it. I'm like, oh, nice shot.
She kind of nods, and it's like, kind of hesitate for a few seconds, trying to listen, and she's like, I think that's so.
Vicious buggers, aren't they? I say, kicking the spider into the bit.
Were they?
Some of the goblin tribes I lived with over my years with them used to train them as pets. But it's a process that requires many years and results in many lost fingers. Point is, killing them is probably the right
Just
idea.
like-
I'm not saying we should have tried to train them as pets.
Yeah, she looks a bit like okay. She's like, you know, she kind of seems kind of focused and distracted, you know, still. And she's like, I see.
Is that side the same height as our side?
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Okay.
And it's like the side post is slightly sloped. Like it's not like it's like it will be a check to get out, but it's a very easy check.
Okay. I'll just scramble down and scramble up.
Yeah, make an athletics. Oh no, you can climb. Yeah. She tries to follow you, even like, you know, it's 10 feet. But, you know, if you like kind of, you know, hold on to top and like kind of, you know, lower yourself specifically and not falling in, then you know, no full damage. And she tries to climb out this side. Oh wait, there's a 20-foot rope. You're starting to get dragged along. How come in us?
Yeah. He's taking the lead.
DC.
Ian, can I see this dotted line in front of me?
Yeah, it's representing something.
What's it representing?
And she's okay, yeah. I was just about to get that. So basically, at this point, there's like basically a chimney in the rock leading
Okay.
upwards. And as you kind of peer up, you have 60 foot of dark vision.
Yeah.
You cannot see the top. And there's no sort of rope here. There's like lots of like things you could use to climb, like a lot of handholds, a lot of like, you know, just, you know, rough rock and, you know, like kind of ledges. Even at some points you could even rest on for a little bit, but there's no set ladder.
Okay. I think. Oh, not everyone's across. I beckon the other two.
Come on, boys. By the way, do you guys like what time do people need to like finish by?
I could literally go as long as I want.
Same.
Other people?
Too long.
I'd like to do around 10.
Sure. So wrap up and yeah. I mean,
I'm trying to think if there's going to be a better
place than here. Might not be. This does seem pretty good, right?
Usually, when you think like that, like, is there gonna be a better place? The answer is usually no. I mean,
Yeah.
But if we're at the brink of leveling up, but we haven't quite yet.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the thing. So I'm pretty sure you would level up after you like complete this like side quest, but like here, I don't think you would.
We fought a lot today.
Well,
I mean,
shit on today.
but like, for instance, the crocodiles were like CR water, like
What were the birds?
the birds were CR1.
There's 5 of them. Easy levels.
No, I don't think that would level you up. I can work it out if you want, and I'll be honest about it. But I actually don't think
Yeah.
it's enough. Like what? There were 5 birds.
Well, we
How
need
much-
700 XP from 2 to 3, though.
No, you need 600, 300, 900, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
so you need
900. Yeah. Okay.
600 times by 5 was exactly does count for taking XP.
What? I push her.
Yeah, they count.
Oh no, I can't. I was tied to her.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the
It's
thing,
just
right?
times
They're
three.
meant to take XP.
Yeah, no, it is.
She can't level. So that would be like, but she can't level up, but she still gets an equal share. So like, you guys need what? 600 times by 5, 3,000. The birds give 200 each. You did 5 of them. That's 1,000. That's like the majority experience you
The
got.
spiders give
Combat.
what? How much is what are spiders?
200 each.
Oh, that would CR1 as well. And how
Yeah.
are 4 of those? Okay,
No,
yeah,
wait,
we're not.
Wait, what were there for? I'm confused. Oh, the spiders. No, the spiders were less. The spiders were fucking shit, man. Spiders were CR a quarter. They're 50 XP each.
But we
The
got
only
level,
thing you fought was
got level 2
Okay.
after the second session, so we had a little bit carryover, you know?
Okay. No, the so far, the only thing you fought today was a real threat with the birds, and
Yeah,
it's not
I'm
enough.
just
to
very afraid of this fight, being level 2.
Okay,
But we'll
then
manage.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but okay, yeah, you guys stab up with this kind of dark hole in the ceiling leading to God knows where, but you will end it there.